It's being weird. It just went away. I don't know if we're going to be on in a second or not. It says it's streaming, but it's not showing shit. Come on, honey. All right, I see an ad playing. So,
Maybe yes, maybe no. I haven't got any notifications yet on the phones. Oh, there we are.
are we on here?
I don't think we're on yet, but well, maybe I just got a notification though. Ha!
We are. We are live. Ha ha ha.
Ooh.
Poo poo caca ha ha. How goes it, everybody? How you doing? I'm fine. I feel
I'm
wonderful.
doing wonderful and a very sexual day to all of you. I hope you
smell
all are having
terrific.
great sexual days. Getting your vaginas wet and your dicks touched. That's what we hope.
For everyone.
That's what we hope.
All your dreams come true. We have 69 viewers, everybody. Get naked and sit on each other's faces. God, this video is going to be sponsored. I can tell already.
It's definitely going to be sponsored. It's going to be sponsored by the church.
The Essential Church. I'll shut the fuck up now.
It's going to be, actually, it's probably going to be sponsored by the Skulls. The fraternity.
We're all going to die. What's up, Marco, Soros, Jordan, Mike, Tracy, Furball, D-Burger666. I like that name a lot. Vinny, JT Cousins, Marco, Velatro, Noah, Vanessa, Katie. Who the fuck is Katie? Guadalupe Martinez, Adam, Josh, Daniel, Glenn Harris, Wade's Movie World, Jason Stroh, Buffalo Sapskis, Rye Guy, Ray Gunner, Paul.
Such a vomit stream coming from your mouth with all these names.
Yeah.
I dig it.
RSVP14, Deadly Tech, names I haven't seen before, I do not believe. Soros Fulix. Few names. What's up? Greg Harris says he brought the baby oil.
Fuck yeah, I knew he would. I knew he'd come through for us because I ran out and Mike doesn't have anything but Crisco oil. So that's the man that we need to go to for the sexual escapades that we're going to be doing tonight.
I got to shop at Save-A-Lot or Aldi's. They have the generic Crisco.
Yeah, I have coupons saved up.
It makes me slipperier. And I feel dirtier when I wear it. Hey, Jay, scoot closer to your window for me, baby girl.
All right, sweet pea. Is that good?
That's better, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah! Who's ready to fucking fight?
Dude, I'm actually really interested in this because I got to be full frontal with the nipples out and lactating full on for you people. We've seen the Conjuring and you know the whole Conjuring universe and the Paranormal Activity universe, but they've spaced, you know, there's been like so much spacing between viewings. I don't remember every particular plot detail about why I liked it or why I disliked it. So I'm going to be honest. This is why I'm very happy that the viewers are going to be the ones that are going to be fucking taking in control. And I'm just going to be along for the ride, and you can touch me if you like, and I can, you know, enjoy it. I will enjoy it.
Jay's going to get on the Ferris wheel with you, and if you want to finger him like Mark Wahlberg did Reese Witherspoon in Fear, you
Courtney
can.
Says hello. Courtney's here.
Courtney.
Now, where's Vinny C? I feel like we're all Ghostbusters.
I think it.
Hey, Vinny, Courtney, Mike, let's show these prehistoric bitches how we do things downtown. Yeah, me, Courtney, and Vinny and Mike's are all going to be put in the room. We're going to have to take on fucking Gozer the Gozaria when we get something wrong.
Tell them about the Twinkie. Oh, what's everybody drinking tonight if you're drinking? It doesn't have to be alcohol. You could get addicted. It could be anything.
Don't touch that stuff. That mythic letter was like, let's talk about Halo. I would. I like Halo.
Sean Tubby 123. Thanks, man. Says Fet's luck, and y'all got to do Friday versus Nightmare on Elm Street next. Yeah, we wanted to get away from the normal for at least one, because we just did Friday and we just did Nightmare. But I guess next week, maybe next Friday night. You like that name, by the way?
What?
Friday Night Franchise Fights.
Yeah, I like it.
It's sexual and violent.
It kind of sounds like a bootleg video game that I would never buy, but I would want someone else to buy it so I could watch it. I like it.
Sounds like something.
It sounds like a fucking cheap ass fight night game.
You have to buy ESPN Plus to watch it, but you don't. It's free. Tomo Igato's drinking Peach Crown Royal. I've never tried that one. Got a Coca-Cola, sweet tea. I'm drinking Mountain Dew too, and vodka. That's a lie.
There's Vinny. Vinny just popped up. So what's up?
Drew Clayton's got whiskey. Always whiskey.
He says, Vinny said he wants to shut off the grid. You shut that thing off and we will not be held responsible. Shut it off!
That's true. This man has no dick. Tom Ungrian's drinking fancy. He's got strawberry banana body armor. I can't do it. It's got too many calories. If I'm going to drink water, that shit better be calorie free. Fuck that noise.
Yeah.
Got a Sprite from Dead Fauna. Avena. Tracy Fallon's drinking Avena. And that reminds me of Rush Hour. It was like, Avena! That's Rush Hour, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. That
Avena!
it sounds like you're saying Evita, the one with Madonna. Was it Evita?
So I just remember, what's his name? The dude from Chris Tucker. I just remember him be like, Avena! I don't know why.
It sounds familiar.
Alex G says Michelob Ultra season. Oktoberfest is almost.
They have a seasonal beer for Michelob Ultra.
No, he's just saying it's Michelob Ultra season. But I'll tell you what, Oktoberfest is around the corner, and I'm fucking excited in my pantaloons. I cannot wait to see that beautiful orange bottle.
Oh man, that shit will fuck you up. I remember, like, I'll always, like, forever to this day, remember when Mike brought over that summer ale, and I had 3 of those bitches, and I was fucking ripped. I was so happy and so scared and thrilled at the same time to drive my car while I was done drinking those. No, I didn't do that, but it fucked me up quick.
No,
like,
your ex-wife gave us a ride home, and we threw up on our lawn.
No, she was drunk and on pills too, so we
didn't
really
know that, though, to be fair.
I know, we didn't know that, but she was like the Courtney Love in People versus Larry Flint. She's all stoned out of her fucking mind.
I just thought she was a shitty driver and a shitty cook.
And well, she was
and a shitty person. Judge's ruling, all true.
He says, I started watching Boardwalk Empire because of you, Jay. I love it. Hey, awesome, man. Yeah, I finished that last week. It's a great ride. Slow burn, but hang tight and you'll get there.
Mizzy E really smoking the ganja.
That's what I say to any girl. It's like, it's a slow ride, but we'll get there eventually. Okay. I know it's gonna have its up and down, and it's not gonna get you right excited in the way that you need to be, but promise it'll be okay.
I say it's gonna be fast and short, but we can do it again in 20 minutes once it stops hurting.
Oh, so like an X-Men cartoon.
I can't keep going once I start. It stings.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, wow. Wow. Coffee. John, it's 11 a.m. where John Halliday is. God, these streams got to be weird for you people on the other side of the water.
Yeah, we tried a couple of different times, but it just never really. Like the times that we did try, we tried at mid-afternoon, but it was kind of shitty for everybody. And then, so this is the best we can do.
Yeah,
it's the best we can do.
There was like 12 to 13 people when we did that. But they were still fun times. Jay Mitch has got the red wine. Huh?
Vinny said, because his name is Vince, can he be Vince Clortho, the keymaster?
He can be whatever the fuck he wants.
You can be the keymaster. You be whatever. Are you the gatekeeper?
Oh, man.
Hey, Derek B's here. He says, I'm here, damn it.
God damn it.
Fuckers.
I had a conversation with Derek that will haunt my dreams forever this week. I won't talk about it, but.
What did you talk about?
Good luck to Derek's dick.
Now, come on, man.
I'm kidding.
If you're peeing that green shit out, it's time to call the doctor, sir.
I'm kidding. It wasn't about that. All right. Jonathan Nichols said, bang on.
Everybody star-spangled and like, what?
Movie Juice. I like that name a lot. Movie Juice. Movie Juice says, hey guys, I'm here grinding it out at work. Love the channel. Keep it going. Stay safe. You too, man, especially at work. Keep your 6 feet from people. I know that you got a big dick and stuff, but don't wave it around. It's not a weapon.
Yeah, nobody likes to show off.
I'm not sure what that even means. Yeah, don't show off. It hurts our feelings.
It hurts everybody below 4 inches. And that's definitely me and Mike.
Hey, Craig Phillips is here. Fuck yeah, man. So's Ken Barnett. What's up, you sexy sons of bitches? You guys ready to talk some fucking movies?
Derek B said, hashtag pray for my pee-pee.
I will when I sit down to say my prayers.
It's on a Twitter trend. Pray for my pee-pee.
Dear baby bird. Or fly like a bird far, far away. I don't remember what it was, but. CyberGo says, hope you guys have a good week. And from Pikeville, Kentucky. Oh, a man of our own state.
Very far away. You have one as well.
Yeah. Michelle Marin said, Jay looks like Jake from State Farm.
Yes, sir. I guess.
Because the red shirt. I get it. Oh, that's funny.
Well, I hope you don't look like Danny Trejo after a 7-day drinking binge.
Ooh, no, that's a good one. Psycho versus Scream. The movies almost equal up. They exactly equal up. There's 4 of each. Would be a
good one, actually. Yeah. I like Psycho 4.
Oh.
I liked it better than Scream 4.
And there's even a TV series for each one too. That's a fucking good one. Where were you, Charles? In the
On a
Patreon.
plane?
I let the Patreons pick what they wanted from this one, and I just looked at their ideas and stole them, which is what I usually do. And I saw Conjuring versus Paranormal Activity, and I looked it up, and Conjuring has 7 movies, Paranormal Activity has 6, so it works out sexual. With that being said, let me bring up the notepad, you fucking whores. How do I do that? Oh, God.
You open up like a notepad, and then there's paper, and
Hang
then you
on.
write it.
Hang on.
Oh, you're going the sexual way. You're going 21st century. The notepad on the computers.
Yeah, that's how I've been doing it the whole time. Where you been?
The Hewlett Packard.
HP. Huge penis.
Oh,
right?
Man.
Right? What?
Yeah. How did you know about my dreams and what I wish for myself?
Loner, owner of a lonely heart. Dun,
Bum,
dun.
bum, 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 bum.
Come on the kick drum, come! Jay, on the kick drum, come!
I don't know what that is. I kind of like it. I don't know what that is. Honestly, I just listened to that MKTO in a World Gone Plastic. Baby, you're so classic.
What the fuck are you?
All I'm thinking of is like, I like it.
I don't know what that is. You're a dirty whore. Guys, I forgot how to...
Great song.
I totally forgot how to pull up the notepad on OBS. Oh my God, we're in trouble.
You did something. Now there's a black screen.
I know, it's going to go away in a second. Shit! Fuck! I don't know.
There we go. I knew YouTube would finally come down like the hammer of the gods finally on us. I just didn't expect it in the middle of a stream. Blotted out by the sun.
All right, we're going to have to go fucking rogue because I forgot how to do the thing with the notepad. So we're going to have to go. We can do it without the notepad. We don't need the fucking notepad. I'll jump in on the chat. It'll be good. I'll put it on the chat skis. We'll let everybody pile in here. About the 15-minute mark, what we'll do is we'll start doing the votes. Tonight, if you don't know, we're doing the Conjuring versus the Paranormal Activity series. And we got them all lined up, the way that we're going to do the voting on them and everything. And if you're new here, we're going to say vote, and you're going to vote, and then our friends Vinny and Courtney are going to tally them up, and we're going to pick which one's the better franchise. And it's official.
Man, those guys are so good. We have got to like jack them off one day or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Definitely going to take them to the movie theater.
It's got to happen. It can happen in the dark, and it can happen in the daylight. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Anything.
You want eye contact or no eye contact,
that's the way
we'll
you
do that.
need it. Any way you want it. Gonna jack you off.
Actually, Vinny says, what if you took the first movies of each classic horror franchise, put them in a bracket system, and have them face off until we find the best first film?
That's a good idea.
I like that, Vinny. That's actually not bad. Yeah, we should start sending out in the paper the bracket system that they use in March Madness.
And just put that shit
That should
on the
be fun
screen.
as fuck. I think we did that before. Like, we had an idea to do like a bracket. I mean, right now Halloween is like the #1 overall seed.
Yeah.
It's going through.
For sure.
For sure. I really don't know a franchise that would be able to knock it off, but I mean, I could be, well, the first film anyway, but could be wrong.
Hey, what's up, Dirty D? Owner of a broken collarbone.
Yeah,
we wrote a song about it.
I saw that on there.
Jay, allow this in honor of Dirty D and her broken collarbone. Let us tell you the story of how I once broke Jay's collarbone. Well, not alone. He did it mainly himself and with the help of his brother Cody.
No, actually, that's not true. I didn't do it myself.
Yeah, you did, you fucking piece of shit.
You goddamn Johnny Cage fucking shadow kicked my ass crack off the bed when I said time out.
You should have held on tighter. That's your fucking problem. Keep your gloves up.
There was 3 people bouncing on the bed.
It sounds like we were fucking.
And there was no room. Dude, that was okay. So we were like 13 years old or 12. 12 or 13. Mike, Cody, and myself were like doing we were being stupid and doing wrestling or whatever. And you always hear your mom or your whatever warn you, don't horseplay around. One of you gonna get hurt, or your dad say, "God damn it, I'm not paying for the medical bill." But you do it anyway because you're kids and you're stupid. And so we were all wrestling around. I rolled over to the side and I said, "Time out." I said it clearly. I said, "Time out." I even did the hand signal like I was in the NFL. I was like, "Time out."
To be fair, Jay's bed was like 6 feet off the fucking ground.
No, it was on Cody's.
It was Cody's bed.
Yeah,
well, all your all's beds were like 6 feet. I slept on a fucking mattress on the floor. I was like, what is this?
Mom liked those 1920s fucking bed frames, I guess, that were fucking high off the ground. I don't know. But I guess it was Mike, because I guess you later took responsibility for it. I felt this giant fucking shadow kick in my lower back, like right on the cusp of my butthole, but right where the lower part of the spine hits, and I flew into the fucking air like Superman in first flight. And I remember, like, it all slowed down, dude. Like it was like the Flash. Like everything slowed down, and I saw the floor coming really, and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking hit it." And I did this shit. I remember laying my head to the left, and it hit just on the fucking shoulder part right there, and my fucking collarbone broke and popped up. Like I could feel it, and I jumped up real quick, and I'm like, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, because I was scared. The adrenaline was running through me.
Motherfucker was wearing like
terrified.
A white Hanes t-shirt, like an undershirt.
Like, yeah, I was wearing. We were yeah.
Because the whole idea is King of the Hill, right? So like you wrestle in a certain spot naked. No, I'm kidding. You wrestle in a certain spot, and you try to kick each other off the fucking bed, and then the last one standing is the King of the Hill. But when Jay got kicked off, he hopped up holding that shit with his fucking Hanes t-shirt on. Yeah, he hopped up going, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay.
Well, because adrenaline and fear were running through my system like I couldn't believe, like it was fucking heroin, and I knew it was bad.
But you took off running it around the house.
No, I knew it was fucking. I didn't run around the house. I remember it was fucking bad, and I remember specifically that I knew it was like something. Like I felt like Will Ferrell. Like, is it bad? Is it bad? Because I knew it was fucked. Because I could feel it, and that thing was like loose as a jellyfish in my fucking collar section. And I ran to my room down the hallway as fast as I could, and I could feel my neck get real tight, and this little bone that was broke going against the other part of the bone, and I dove into my bed and drove my shoulder into the pillow.
Shot to Mel Gibson it.
5 fucking minutes, dude. I was like, it's just a knot. It's a knot. It's a bruise. It's a bruise that's happened, and I'm okay. And I remember touching it, dude. I remember pulling it like this, and I started doing this, and I could push it in, out, like it was doing like this shit. Like I feel it going in and out. I'm like, oh, fuck. And so I walked down the hallway after that. I was like, well, this is bad. So I had to go tell Mom, and I was like doing this shit down the hall because my arm was fucked. And I went in there like this, like, Mom, I think something bad happened. And up to this point, I hadn't been crying yet. Up to this point, I was okay. And I was like, here, Mom, I think something's wrong. And I pulled my thing, my collar away. And she looked at it. She's like, oh, my God. She's like, Larry, which is my dad's name. She's like, Larry, we've got a boy with a broken collarbone. Oh, Jesus, help us.
We got a boy with a broken collarbone here. Over.
And, like, immediately, fucking Niagara Falls broke in my eyes. And I was like, what do you do? I thought I was going to fucking be paralyzed or some shit. I didn't know what was happening. And she's like, I got to get the car, Larry. And he was downstairs watching TV. He's like, God damn it. What?
Me and Cody were back in the bed. He's like, dude, you want to eat some Cheetos and watch Faces to Death? It's like, yeah. And Jay had to go to the hospital.
When it was found out, though, like I was coming back. After that happened, I got all fixed up. Cody was sitting in the middle of the fucking hallway crying his ass off because he thought he was going to get his fucking shit busted by a switch. And he's like, are you good? I was like, I don't want to talk. And dude, it was the worst. I only got to stay home for 3 days from school. They put a brace on me and they gave me a sling. And then Mom's like, you're only staying home for 3 days for school because they'll send a truant officer up after me. I was like, okay, well, they're not going to do that because this is a legitimate injury. But Mom's old school as shit. If you broke your fucking leg, it doesn't matter. You're walking through in a windstorm with a wind chill of -5.
Yeah.
So I went back to school. Everything got better, but yeah, dying. It was fucking painful. The worst part about it was taking a shower or trying to get ready for school or doing anything other than just, I don't know, laying in bed. But the cool thing was the doctor did tell me, he's like, after it breaks, like the chances of you ever breaking that bone again are slim to none. Like it grows back 100 times stronger.
Unless you're Aaron
kind of
Rodgers.
feel like the whole.
Yeah. Now, dude, everybody in the chat's talking about bones they've broken and shit like that. Some crazy shit. The only bone I've ever really fucking broken is on prom night. We went out to some fucking field out in the middle of nowhere for a field party and like trap. If you lived in Kentucky, you know what trap is. It's like the fucking holler in the middle of nowhere. And anyways, this guy had a barn and he was like, I'll bet $20 that nobody can punch that barn door and break it. And I was drunk and I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. My date's like, no, stop. I'm like, I got this.
You're like Rocky Balboa.
I was just like, yeah, I was just for fun. Like, so I take off running at it, and it just looks like a wood barn door, right? It just looks like a wood barn door. I run to punch it, and then I hit it, and when I hit it, it didn't give it all. And I turned my head around the side of it, and I realized that the wood was about that fucking thick on it. It was a goddamn post thing. So I was like, shit, that hurt. And I sat back on the bed of a truck and I opened up a Bud Light and I look and someone just goes, dude, look at your fucking hand, dude. I was like, what?
That's always the worst thing when you're drinking and someone yells at that. You're
yeah.
like,
Dude, I looked at my hand and these two fingers were underneath these two fingers. It folded like a fucking lean pocket. Like it just fucking, or a hot pocket for those of you not dieting. Fucking, and it was pitch black. And I had to lie to my dad and tell him that I was hitting a punching bag. But I went to the doctor and it was like that scene in SLC Punk. He put up the x-ray and he was like, that's the most broken thing I've ever seen. It sucks shit. Yeah. I had to have 2 surgeries and get like shit, like steel put in my fucking, you know.
Well, shit. Knock on wood for me and you, I guess. That's the only bone I've ever broke.
Yeah, me too. I think
that's it. Knock on wood. And I had stitches in my knee, 8 stitches, but that's the most like ever I've had anything bad happen. So thank God for that. I mean, because me and Mike and Cody used to fuck around so much. I'm surprised we didn't get hurt more often because we would do stupid shit. Like we were doing ECW before ECW. We were doing stupid shit.
Good shit, man. Latrell 316. Thank you, by the way. It says, love how you tell the story. We're storytellers. Welcome to VH1.
Gather around, children, and let us put some powder in the flame.
I told you how high I'm on acid tonight. Rob Thomas.
Submitted for your approval of the Midnight Society. I call this the Broken Bones.
Well, Clinton, I'm not part Wolverine because the second surgery was them taking those fuckers back out. And I'll never forget, I woke up early in the surgery. Like, I was sedated and I woke up in recovery. And all I felt was like, I didn't know where I was because I was still fucked up on the shit. But I just felt like, it felt like someone was holding an iron to my hand. And I just started screaming like fucking, like Wolverine when he lost his wife, when he lost, Tutu Katutu in fucking Wolverine Origins. I was just like, ah! And like these nurses came running in.
If you imagine though, if your fist had actually gone through that big ass piece of plywood, you would have thought you were Colossus.
I know. Well,
You're
dude,
like, what?
The worst part of the whole thing was like I was like 17, right? So my mom was there, and when they wheeled me back, I was still fucked up off the meds, and I had a huge boner. And they give you those thin white sheets, so my boner was just in it. And mom said that I kept hitting on the nurses and stuff when they were wheeling me back, and I was really embarrassed. But anyways, sorry,
I hated when I was there. Like the worst part about that was crying all the way to the hospital and mom talking about Jesus and to take the fear away from me as we were driving. She was giving me a goddamn sermon lesson. I'm like, Mom, it's not helping. And she was like, oh, Jesus, come into this car right now and save this boy. Put your hand upon his head and bring out the fear and the frustration and the anger. And I'm like, I was fucked. And then when I got there, the waiting room was packed. And we walked up to the receptionist, and she was like, "Okay, well, we'll get it to you as soon as we can." She jerked my thing. She's like, "Does this look like it can wait? That boy has broken his collarbone. He could be paralyzed or some shit like that." I'm like, "Oh fuck, dude!" And everybody was staring at me, so I walked through there, and the nurse was really hot. I do remember the nurse being really hot, and they asked me if I wanted a wheelchair. I was like, no, I've got it. But dude, when I was walking the hallway, I felt like a drunk Michael Myers because I kept going like this. And then she's like, honey, you sure you don't want one? And I was like, no, I'm good. But yeah,
you should have done Dr. Chalice and just smacked her ass and took a nap.
I wish, but I didn't have any confidence going in because my face still had tears streaks on it. It was all like swollen from crying.
That's fucking great. Yeah. Buffalo Sapskis, thanks, man. He says, I fell on my sack skateboarding and ran around laughing until I saw blood dripping to my socks. From your wiener bag?
Whoa.
From your fucking wiener bag, dude? Jesus Christ. That is, oh God, you spit your sack!
Prematurely, sir.
How do you spit your sack? I didn't know that was possible.
Man. Your hacky sack has gotten all
loose. Oh God.
Oh,
and with we move into the vote. Because I know that there's people that are new here. They're like, they're like that Tom DeLonge's boomer me. They're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? All right, so the first vote of the evening. Now, we've got them all lined up. We've got it set up. We got it ready to go. Vinny, are you ready? Courtney, are you ready? Let us know you're ready, and then we'll get into the vote, and I'll explain to everyone how to do it. By the way, Scarred was a dope show. You remember that show on MTV where the UFC dude would, like, fight bullies?
Was it Scarred, or was it...
That's not Scarred, yeah. Just remind me of it.
I remember, Bully Beatdown.
That was fucking awesome.
That was amazing, dude. I do remember, it was weird. I loved that show, and then I remember watching one, and this one guy was a big fucking asshole, and he took him on, and I think the guy he either beat him or they were even. So like he tried to beat the bully up. The bully actually knew what he was doing.
That's the worst.
And he was like, well, I gotta give it to you, man. Like you've actually got some fighting skills, so I can't really say much. But you really shouldn't pick on people. But it was kind of one of those things. Like you got embarrassed, man. Like you're supposed to be an actual professional, and this guy came in with some knowledge and kind of put you to the test.
Yeah, man.
It's like he should have looked at the guy that was getting bullied. Like, hey, man, you need to make friends with this guy, or transfer schools.
Fuck
whatever
your
you
shit
gotta
up, man. By the way, before we do the vote, we did miss a super chat last week, and I want to get to it. Rye Guy 137, thank you very much, man. He said, a little off topic, but what do you guys think about the article with David Gordon Green stating that he directed the most violent scene in his career in Kills? Love you. We love you too, man. Honestly, I think it's just like it's not surprising at all. I mean, everything. When we talked to Christopher Nelson, he was like, yeah, motherfucker, shit's gonna be crazy. And David Gordon Green, the only violent thing he's ever done really is, I mean, I know he did the Nick Cage movie, I think Joe, maybe. I could be wrong about that, but the most violent thing he's ever done was Halloween 2018. So that's actually not saying that much, even though there's some violent shit in that. But to say that, I think if Halloween Kills didn't have his most violent shit in it, then I think that we would be shockingly surprised. I think that movie's going to fuck with people's mouths.
I think that him saying that is actually a really good indicator by all the other news accounts that we've already had going in that this is going to be the most violent, most fucked up kind of Halloween that we've seen in a long time. So that he's coming out and saying that as the director, saying, yeah, it's probably like I went home and I had to take a Tums after I did that scene and question whether or not I should have been a painter rather than a director. I know he didn't say that, but he probably had like one of those like moments like, I don't know if this is fucking legal. I don't know if I'm making a fucking real movie or if this is snuff. But it's great, man. Like I think again, it just builds onto the hype train. And according to other people that have seen the test screenings or been a part of it, that what they've said, Chris Nelson being one, I think everybody's going to get a superb treat. And I think that's just another piece of fuel for the fire.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh,
give me fuel, give me fire, give me Reba McEntire.
I fucked up the lyrics. So did you, but you did it on purpose at least. Did Vinny and Courtney ever say they were ready? God damn it! God damn it!
Courtney, I think they both are ready.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they are. They're both ready.
Okay, let's get it on. Now I'm going to look in the chat. I don't have the notepad up here, so look in the chat for my signal. And my signal will be one that is very noticeable. It'll be in all caps, and that's when you will start voting. Inbeck88, thank you very much for that. We really appreciate it. It says, back when I was 16, I got laid for the first time. Had to fart the entire time. I think Halloween 6 is the best mask or Halloween 4, but Myers always looking like he's smiling. That whole thing was just Christmas. Look at this motherfucker.
I love it. No, dude, that fucking got me, dude, because I know exactly what he's feeling like, dude. I swear to God, I've had that experience before. Like, the first time I got head, I had to fucking fart a big one, dude. Like, it was the first fucking time, dude. I had to blow ass so goddamn bad, and I was trying to hold it in, and my stomach was swelling up like an air mattress getting air in it. And while she was going down, and it was caught between, I gotta do it, and then it feels so good, but I don't know how to stop. Like, I don't know what to do. But dude, it's like the thing in Mallrats. It's like, let me ask you a question. Do you ever fart in her face? Well, this one time she was going down on me and I fucking farted. Like,
I think that's why she broke up with me.
What I did, oh man, like that, I get it, man. You can't help it. Like sometimes that just happens. If you had a nice bean burrito from Taco Bell and you guys, and it's there. I mean, you don't want to, especially if it's a date, first date, and you're like, I gotta cut a fart, and then we can continue on with the sexual. But yeah, dude, I think I wound up excusing myself, going to take a fart somewhere in another room, and then be like, "No, dog, I'm good. I can't do it."
But you gotta let it air out for a while if you do that. I just think you make up a terrible excuse.
I stayed away for a while, and I said that I was helping my mom move something.
Yeah, just be like, "Oh my God, herpes flare up," and then run to the next room.
It was
She'll never
awful,
question
dude,
it.
yeah.
It'll be fine. Mike White says, "Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody."
Woo!
Woo!
Thanks, Mike. New age outlaws.
All right. Getting down to it. We got to get this first fucking vote in, man. We've been rambling for too long. It says I have to sign into chat. What the fucking dick shits? I don't...
Yeah. Ashley Pendleton says, well, better out than in. Yeah, well, that's good. Like, if you're just, like, hanging out and you actually, release a fart, but if they're going down on you, or if you're having a sexual, like, experience and you fart, I don't think you're going to get away with, like, compliments to the chef. I don't think that's going to help your case. But either way, I mean, it happens. Like, you're human.
I'm typing it in the chat right now. When I type, woo, that's when we're going to start voting. Not the first time.
The Merkins are here. God damn it.
What's up, Merkins, you fucks?
When did they slip in here? They slipped in here like a sexual eel, ready to electrocute us with their goodness and their lyrics.
All right, here we go. Now, guys, we're getting ready to do it. Keep your eye on the chat. Read what I just wrote there. Here in a second, I'm going to type "Woo!" And when I do that, you're going to vote number 1 for The Conjuring, and you're going to vote number 2 for Paranormal Activity. Is everyone ready? Vinny, you ready? Courtney, you ready? And begin the voting. Vote number 1.
Yeah.
Vote number 1 for The Conjuring. Vote number 2 for Paranormal Activity. Now, while you're doing that, I ask you, Jay, what is your choice?
Oh, I think it's pretty easy for me, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go with The Conjuring. I think it actually was one of those few films that actually scared me. Not that I didn't like Paranormal Activity. It was fun. It was kind of cool. It was different for its time when it came out, but it also felt like it was overhyped in a lot of ways. Like I know that story came out about Steven Spielberg having to put it in a garbage bag because he heard shit moving in his house when he watched the rough edit. I don't know. I feel like they did more damage to themselves with the PR shit than they would have done if they had just let the movie speak for itself. Kind of like I think they were going for the Blair Witch kind of effect, and it just didn't work.
I think it worked hugely.
Blair Witch, though.
The marketing was the best part.
I don't know, man. I think the Blair Witch was the ultimate pendulum for what it meant, like to be a found footage film, and Paranormal Activity was just another found footage film. But I feel like the PR actually backfired a little bit. At least for me, The Conjuring itself was based, like at least in some reality, on something that maybe occurred or something that happened. And also the actresses and the actors were incredible on it. The filmmaking was better. The cinematography was better. The music was better. The scares were better. I feel like it had a complete story. It had like a full story to it.
I completely and wholly disagree with you and with the chat and most people's opinions in general. Actually, I always found The Conjuring to be a little bit overrated in my opinion, the first film. I thought it was good. I thought it had good moments in it, but you and I saw it together. It never really scared either of us the first time we saw it.
The Conjuring?
Yeah, we just kind of sat there like, the crowd was freaking out. But for me, Paranormal Activity was fucking it was original as fuck. Like, it was an idea that we've never seen. We saw found footage, we saw this shit, but it was a brand new idea. I think it was groundbreaking. I think the way that they did the whole thing, it freaked me out because it was something I've never seen on screen before. I liked Paranormal Activity a lot more than The Conjuring personally myself, but I realized that I'm in the minority on that. And it seems like with the chat, everybody stop voting, by the way. Let the guys tally the votes. I have a strong feeling you and The Conjuring are going to win this one, by the way.
Again, nothing wrong with anybody that likes Paranormal Activity, but I just feel like it was just an overdone kind of thing. But I enjoyed it. I liked it. I never had a problem with it. And that ending actually gave me, I got scared. I remember when she screamed Mika, and it sounded like two voices coming through her vocal cords. I was like, well, that's fucked up. I don't like that. Don't you ever scream for me, ex-wife, in that way.
Going to... I want to make sure this chat's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Ravioli bananas. Marco B
gave you that weird thing where the girl was standing there like there was so much fucking fun. Like you could do parodies with that.
Katie
but
was
her standing there
hot.
like she's got a pee looking at you. I don't know, man. It was just constantly. It was like it I don't know. I just feel like I don't know about the Spielberg thing. Like I don't know if that's true or not.
That's probably not.
Go back. Reread that.
I think the marketing was genius for that film. I think the marketing is why that film turned out to be a huge fucking win at the box office, because they showed the crowd freaking out. They gave you that aura when you walked into the theater. I thought it was really cool. Marco V. Villatoro says, Jay, when her friends ask how it was last night, she's going to turn around and be like, I got pink eye.
Yeah, that's what happens. If you blow ass in front of a girl and you do it right in her eye, that's the money shot, and you've given her some kind of disease in her eyeball. Also, and that's what they're gonna call you. They're gonna call you Pinky Jones. At the end of the day,
we're gonna do 69 with the Merkins. Apparently, I'm first though. I'm first.
We need to do 169 since we're three of us. We'll just figure it out. We'll do a train on each other.
Get on a bed and just get on a round bed and
we'll
just
look like a sexual spoke in a wheel.
In Beck 88 voted number 3 for Mac and Me. It's a
Mac and Me.
Good choice, sir. Well done, sir.
What's that?
Courtney and Vinny, let us know when you guys have the votes totaled. Someone, Tropic Island says, I'm going to go listen to Blink-182 and cry. Blink-182 doesn't do anything but make people happy, you fucking whore.
Damn.
That's right.
Mike attacking people.
Yeah, Big Mac it. I was going somewhere with it.
Somebody said, David Katana or Katoni said, Amityville Horror. Yeah, it's a great movie, but it's not really involved, but it's a good movie. Did you guys like the Amityville Horror remake or the original better? They're both really good.
Honestly, I think the remake gets shit on unfairly. I think the remake was real good. Ryan Reynolds looking sexy as
Yeah,
fuck in like a
he
white
did look
t-shirt and
good. I mean, he's
pajama
amazing.
pants. Jesus
Okay, so
Christ.
Courtney's got the final vote. This is it's lopsided.
Figured.
Option one, we got 84, and option two's we got 21.
Wow.
Dead in the water. That motherfucker's been eradicated.
Conjuring
Been
done.
eradicated.
You got knocked the fuck out, Paranormal Activity.
That shit came up like Mike Tyson opponent. I got it, and then you came out the week biting your fucking your gloves and knocking the shit out of it.
Kevin Brock says, thank you, by the way. He says, who would win in a bare knuckle boxing match, Dave McRae or Drum Drums?
I'm gonna. You know what? I don't think it's fair for us to really comment on either one of them because they both are good guys. They're tough. But I would say I'd have to give it to Drum Dums just because he was in the fucking armed forces.
That's what I was gonna say. That's Drum Drums. I don't know why they would ever fight. I'd rather watch them fuck than I'd rather watch them fight because they're both handsome.
I want to watch them fuck. I want to watch them fight. Then fuck. I want to have them have like a wrestling bear hug where they're kind of against each other and then have sex.
I want to watch them fight while they fuck. And then when Drum Drums hits the right spot, Dave can be like, "Bang on, Drum Drums, bang on."
When he hit the G-spot.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, well, let's not talk about that.
Wow. Blue Firefly, thank you. Says so. We're staying up till 2 a.m. for this. Loads of laughed loads already. How about a famous horror quotes list? Stay awesome, guys. That'll be good. That's a good idea for a video for sure. Thank you very much, Blue Firefly, and thank you for staying up to hang out with us tonight.
Colin McCormick says Drum Dums was in season 2 of Stranger Things.
Was.
Yes, we know. We were very proud of him. He's awesome.
He was. All right, so now that we got that vote going, and because I'm the first one to mention it, I'm gonna pee.
Yeah, I gotta go after.
I'm gonna go pee. So I'll be right back. Just think about me.
My guy 137 says Dave McRae enters the chat and says bang on.
By the way, we love them both wholeheartedly.
Yeah, well, they're great guys.
They're both good lovers as well.
Yeah.
Hey, look at my swimming trunks,
tender.
dude.
They're very tender. Huh? Oh, God.
Look what I can do.
Take that shit back to Dollar General. All right. Yeah. So, like, I think I said, some of you guys here are, like, here now. So, Tomo Gato says, wash your hands, Mike. Yeah, that's always a good thing to do. Unless you're going to play dangerous and be a rebel and just be like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. I'm going to be James Dean. With an STD. No, don't do that. Always wash your hands. So before, I was saying earlier, there's more of you guys in here now. It's been a long time since I've seen, I remember The Conjuring more fully, but it's been a while since I did go through like a Paranormal Activity watch-a-thon, not maybe a few months ago, where I watched the first one, second one, third one, and on and on. I feel like we'll get to that voting part eventually, but I always feel like the marked ones, I feel like that was a decent little flick. I mean, it was kind of weird how they fitted into the overall Paranormal Activity universe, but it was still cool. What up, Elvis? Thank you so much, Drew Clayton. He says he believes that would be a struggle snuggle. Okay. Mike White, yeah, we have these alone moments, Mike, and I mean, I don't know what to do. I'm as nervous as a choir girl on her first date. I just don't know. Well, damn, Kara, I don't know about that. She says, "Jay, I heard you stole Make-A-Wish from a dying child. Did you steal his soul too?" No, because I already got what I wanted. So why would I? Fuck his soul. It's worthless. Fonda, I'm not trying to be awkward. I'm awkward in general. I'm a real awkward guy in real life, so I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be awkward without Mike, but yeah, it's true. I feel like when it's just me talking to you guys, I feel like I'm having to do a goddamn presentation in class, and I didn't study for shit, and I'm only going to rely on the PowerPoint presentation that I barely looked at behind me, and then I'm going to make up shit as I go. So, hey, Annie, how are you doing? David Ree, happy Memorial Day weekend to you as well. Oh, you got like, yes, Luke Meyer 78 says Paranormal Activity Marked Ones was dope. It was actually really good. It was actually one of the undersung heroes of the Paranormal Activity series. Richie Work says I would love to see Dexter and Norman Bates do something together, some sort of crossover. Well, who would be wearing the wig? And I wonder if Dexter would be okay. Well, it's weird though, okay, because Dexter, he punishes criminals. Like he's a serial killer, but he likes to go after the people that commit the crimes. He doesn't necessarily go after the innocent ones. So would he really work with him, or would he feel like, no, it's too close? Like this motherfucker's crazy as shit. He wears his mama's underwear, and he overcharges on his hotel room. So, hi Rachel. Doctor, no, that's not how you doing. You're good. But I mean, that would be weird, right? Like, that's actually a good question. Like, would Dexter work with Norman Bates? I don't feel like he would. I feel like he would work with him for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes and like, fuck this cross-dressing asshole, I'm gonna kill him. Denise Lang says, okay, we'll do the Subway sandwich. Okay, so I hope you guys have been doing well throughout this pandemonium that's been on the outside world. But you know that Subway sandwich shop is open for you business. So when you feeling down and you feeling in the blues, go and have yourself a Subway sandwich. It's fresh. When Paul Herman says when Mike leaves, just transform into Dr. Lewis. So no, I don't want to do that. I feel like an asshole. Kevin Brock says Annie Brackett was so hot. Yeah, she was. She was very, very sexual. Brandon Barry says Dexter and Jigsaw. Again, I feel like it's one of those things that with Dexter, like
I'm
I
gay.
feel like Dexter, Mike's coming out. Congratulations! It's the time to do it. There's a lot of people in here. It's the 21st century. He just took a pee and realized he liked touching his wiener.
Mm-hmm. I realized that a long time ago.
Okay. No, they were actually asking about Dexter team ups, and I always feel like Dexter, like somebody's like, what, Dexter and Norman Bates being in a film together, or Dexter and Jigsaw. I always feel like Dexter wouldn't do that because Dexter likes to kill like other villains. Like I don't think he would team them up or team up with them.
Talking about your dog?
No, Dexter.
Oh, I thought you said never mind. Yeah,
Dexter, because Dexter is all about like punishing the wicked and doing the kills on them and not necessarily teaming up with the other extensions of evil.
Yeah, extensions.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna go pee in the toilet now myself.
Yeah, do it. I'm gonna think about it while you do it.
Okay.
Thanks, Drew. He says, Mike, I believe that would be a struggle snuggle. I'm not sure what your reference is, but it sounds good. I want a struggle snuggle. Yeah, I want a struggle snuggle. Myself. How the fuck's everybody doing? V-neck. Thanks, man. He says, I'm out, guys. Have a good night. Hashtag Halloween rocks blowjob fart the 13th. and with that, he exits. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. How the fuck are you guys, though, on this Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday, Friday? Who gives a fuck? Eric says he has tacos the other night, and Paranormal Activity got going on my belly, guys. Oh, I get it. I don't know what's going on with my stomach lately, but it's not good. It's not good. Kara Poole says, Mike, did you get your pink kitty panties yet? I'm looking forward to it. I hope that there's some panties in the unboxing when we do it. I really like to wear women's panties. Michelle Marin, the wife and kids are wonderful. Thank you for asking. They're all doing fantastical. We're all in this together and getting some valuable family time in this bitch. In between the horrible, horrible, awful things we do to each other on this channel. Drew says the reference was from for the fist fight in bed. Yeah, it was. It was a lover's quarrel. That's what it was. Felt good. Tomo, we would do reviews of the Wreck franchise. That fucking first Wreck movie scared the shit out of me. When they go up in that room and it's the green light and he's looking up and like you just know something's gonna fucking pop up on that camera. And when it does, I was like, fuck a Chobi. That scared the daylights out of me, man. That's such a good movie. Clinton, no, I don't let my kids watch the streams. No, I don't. Because, and I always just blame it on Uncle Jay. I just say, you can't, because I don't know what's going to come out of that guy's mouth. He's disgusting. Buster! Buster, can you hear me? You're a good boy. You're a good boy. He can hear me. His tail's wagging. 4 days off for James Williams. Fuck yeah, dude. Robbie says, Mike, you're the most fun dad. You made me think of when I was a kid and my dad would take me to the horror films I loved, and thank you for loving scary movies. That's such a nice thing to say, man. Thank you so much. I almost got in a fight once taking MJ, my 10-year-old, to see Ready or Not because, I slowly introduced her to horror movies to make sure she could handle it. And there's a lot of stuff I don't let her watch, but I took her to see Ready or Not after reading about it. And we're walking through. We got our fucking popcorn. And we're all excited, but we can't find the thing because I'm holding a bunch of shit and I can't get my ticket out of my pocket. And this fucking asshole walks by and he's like, "Are you lost?" And like he just had an attitude to begin with. He worked at the theater. I'm like, "Yeah, we're looking for this." He's like, "Well, you have to get that scanned outside before you can come in." I'm like, "Dude, they've told me whatever. Fine, yeah, that's cool." I was like, "Can you scan it for me real quick?" And he's like, "You have to do that." I guess I can. So then we walk over and he scans it and he's got an attitude. I'm trying to be nice. And he scans Thor. What's up, buddy? And he scans it for me. And then we're walking away and he looks at the ticket and I'm like 5 steps away from him and I hear him go, "Are you serious?" Because he saw that I was taking her to see Ready or Not. And I like paused for a second and I like started to turn around and say something. I was like, "I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to walk the fuck away because I'm with my kid." But that's that story. Some people are fucking dicks. He was probably Jamie Lee Curtis wearing a fat suit. Who knows?
Oh.
Anyways, who's ready for the second vote? Thor's like, "Touch my butt, dude."
Activia to make sure that he's underblown.
Yeah,
he's probably bloated.
Yeah, Activity doesn't blow you. He should read about it. Thor's like, "Just touch my butt. That's all I want."
No, he's bloated. He has to have Activia.
Oh, I thought you said blow. Excuse me.
Well, underblown. He did. Never mind. It doesn't.
Everyone's underblown. Who's not underblown? I am. I mean, no fault to anyone. I think
it only happens on birthdays.
You can't
it
get
only
blown.
happens on birthdays.
That's not true, but you can't get. I mean, who couldn't get it? Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that you never get enough blowjobs. Buffalo Sapsky says Dexter with Dr. Loomis. That should be funny as fuck.
That actually would make sense. That actually would be, because I mean, it'd be like a fucking killer and then trying to do the right thing, and I'd be like, "You just sliced that guy's goddamn throat. What do you mean? You did something good? You're a piece of shit. But you know, you do have a successful career as a forensic scientist. So I mean, I don't know."
Sean Davis, thanks, man. He says, "Yo, peeps, the pants are itchy. Well off they come. Ah, freedom. What should I watch tonight? The Lighthouse, The Lodge, Midsommar, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2013? Also, who smells worse, Mike or Jay?" First off, I will say The Lodge because I watched it the other night and it was surprisingly fucking good. And secondly, who smells worse? I'm going to say Jay just because Jay wears Curve cologne and I don't like the smell of Curve cologne. So I'm gonna say
no.
Jay.
It just reminds you of that sexual experience in the back of that Beetle.
With
That's
you.
all. Yeah, with us together.
I could taste it.
It was our first time. No, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would say Texas Chainsaw. It's weird. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one, it still freaks me the fuck out. Like just the way they shot it, it kind of freaks me out.
And
like
the remake's good.
I watched it. Yeah, the remake's awesome. I love the.
That's what he was asking about. The remake specifically.
Oh, the remake. Yeah, the remake's amazing. But okay, yeah. So the remake, I would pick the remake. I haven't seen The Lighthouse or The Lodge yet, but
yeah.
If you're talking about who smells worse, I guess it just depends on the time of the day and what day of the week it is.
Yeah, quarantine's weird. Quarantine's really weird. Also, I've been playing a lot of basketball, so you catch me at the right time, you're not gonna like what you see. I guarantee it.
I did get a message from Vinny and Courtney. By the way, they are both ready to begin.
Let's fucking do it! All right, chat. Look at me. Look for me in the chat. We're gonna do the woo again, just because it's easy. It's very recognizable.
Love the woo.
This vote is going to be The Conjuring 2 versus Paranormal Activity 2.
Zip your lips, stop your butts to the chair, and listen hard.
All right. No warning sign this time. When you see it in the chat, that's when you start voting. Okay. When you see me in the chat with the woo, start voting. And you're going to vote number 1 for The Conjuring Part 2 and number 2 for Paranormal Activity Part 2. As soon as you see it in the chat. In the meantime, I ask you, Jay, what's your choice?
And that's what I wanted to do that night. I would say it's weird. Now, this one's a strange one. At first, I remember you and I went and seen Conjuring 2, I think, together. And it was one of those movies that was a slow burn as fuck. Like, it was super slow burn. I remember it being a very slow burn movie. A lot of shit was going on, but it didn't feel like it got into the meat of things until at probably the last 30 or 40 minutes of the film. But Paranormal Activity really threw you back in. Like, they did a really good job of and I did like how they connected the pieces with Paranormal Activity 1 into Paranormal Activity 2. While Conjuring 2 is probably filmed better, like it looks better. I probably am more of a fan of Paranormal Activity 2 than Conjuring 2. And nothing's wrong with Conjuring 2. I like it. I'm just saying you didn't get really the meat, juicy part of that steak till the latter half of the film.
I agree with you. I go with Paranormal Activity 2 as my favorite of the two. The Conjuring 2 wasn't a bad film, but it was overly long. It was overly drawn out. They tried to do the whole love story between the Warrens, and the Warrens are completely supposedly full of shit in real life anyway.
I heard about that,
Yeah, and apparently the movie is, like, they take, like, so fucking many things about that movie, and they just exaggerate.
Well, one of the main things is you didn't even know if the little girl was pulling your testicle the whole fucking time, and they were like, okay, are we going that route? And then all of a sudden, the fucking nun from Catholic or Hells or Us shows up.
It's not even close to the true story. I thought the most exciting part about that movie was the flashbacks to the Amityville thing that they did when they showed that for just a second. But I just, the Conjuring 2 is fine. It's not bad or anything. Paranormal Activity 2 is not the greatest film of all time, but I thought they did a good job. I thought they made it exciting. I had a fun time with it. I love Katie. I'm like super attracted to the actress that played
really
Katie.
Cool. It was also is weird. I did like one of the other. I did like in The Conjuring that jangly man. The jangly man was pretty fucking scary.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like it was too far spaced apart, and I know they were trying to build that momentum.
Yeah.
But I mean, at some point you got to be like, where's the loop-de-loop? Where's the hill? Where can I get where you're going down a fast hill and your balls come up and you're like, whoo? When's that gonna happen? It didn't happen.
Yeah. All right.
It was like test driving a really nice Acura. Like it's a really smooth ride, but it's not great.
Stop voting, everybody. You want to stop voting now before you get fucked up. Oh, yeah.
That's going to be the next, that's going to be Nissan's new commercial.
That's going to be the new political ad commercial. Don't go to the polls because you're going to get a dick in your mouth.
I swear to God, dude, if a guy ran with that ad, I'd vote for him. Just because it's like, that's funny as fuck.
There's no crying in baseball.
It's all fucking a circus anyway. I'd vote for it. I'd be like, fuck it. Let's have our own goddamn American Idol into politics. Let's have a text. Let's have a text vote.
Vote Ross Perot if you like fucking partying. Courtney Reed says, thanks, man. He says, Jay, please do Ronnie from Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 about IPA beers.
Well, I'm fucking broken up here, bitch. I like to put some IPA with when I'm having my pancakes and syrup. All right, that's what I like to do. Look, people like to bitch and complain a bunch of queers about IPAs. It's the thing that gets me going at the daytime, and it gets me the thing at nighttime. You fucking piece of shit, bra wearing assholes.
I ain't wearing no fucking mask in public. God damn it!
If you don't like IPAs, well, fuck off. I'll skull fuck the shit out you. I don't know. I feel you know what? I feel worse playing that character than doing any Loomis like when someone's like roast me. I feel worse about doing Ronnie just generally
because he's such a cunt.
Because he's such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But he's funny as fuck. Like you gotta it's still funny. It's just like a train wreck that you can't fucking not watch.
Mm-hmm. Simone Morris, thank you, says, is it bad that my kids see the channel sometimes and you guys have put my baby to sleep more than once? I'm not gonna judge you for that at all. I think it's rad. Fuck yeah, I don't judge anybody for that. I'm not cool, Jamie Lee Curtis. I appreciate that you guys have that thing going on.
And it's also it showcases the mediocrity of me and Mike, and that we're so boring that we can put a little baby child to sleep. And that's the best part right there. So if we've done one thing in the world is we've created a lullaby for children to fall asleep by at night. And I think that's just wonderful.
That's fantastic. Well, like the Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2 when they do kids parties at the beginning.
Yeah. Hey, you go, who are you going to call? He-Man. He-Man. And it don't look good.
Latrell316 says, right?
Okay. Oh,
Katie
wow,
is...
man. This is a little closer. Courtney's got the vote.
Hang on. Let me read this one real quick, and then we'll be caught up. Latrell316 says, right? Katie is fine. I know, dude. I fucking know. Every movie, she just gets hotter. That's.
She got that nice badunkadunk. She does. She has a big old badunkadunk.
She likes to wear.
It looks like a dunkaroo, and I want to dip it in.
Wife beaters and big titties. I mean,
she does, man. I'm not kidding.
And
she's actually a really cool girl. She, based on the interview, she was really into the movie and everything. So, okay. So Cordy says option 1. We've got 62 I feel like it's, and then option 2 is 44. So Conjuring 2 1. I know. I'm looking the same fucking way. It's like when someone tells you that they prefer the Oreo peanut butter over the classic Oreo. You're like,
Damn.
what? I mean, it's
What's
delicious,
the what's
but
the
I don't know.
what's the numbers again? Conjuring 2.
62 for option 1 and 44 for option 2.
Wow. Wow, The Conjuring
I mean, it's not
2.
a complete slide, but it's still. I thought it'd be a little closer, but
I
I don't
saw
know.
I saw a lot of twos in the chat. I'm shocked. But okay, The Conjuring 2 wins
But
round 2. So
Courtney and Vinny, man, these guys are the guys.
the shit.
They're the guys.
Fuck yeah. That would have worked if you hadn't stopped me. But
This is when you try to drill a hole through your head.
all right. Now moving away from The Conjuring for vote number 3. The Conjuring's up 2-0. Going into the next vote. The next vote's going to be Annabelle versus, what the fuck did I say it was going to be here? What was it? I forgot my own goddamn vote.
It's okay.
Oh, Annabelle versus Paranormal Activity 3 is going to be the next vote.
See, yeah.
So let me put it in the chat if Courtney and Vinny are ready. I will.
I'm waiting for them.
Let me know when they say they're ready.
I'm still waiting.
I think this
I feel like we're communicating with Egon and Ray out on the field. Let me know when they're ready. Okay, Vinny says he's ready to go. And I'm waiting on the confirmation from the Courtney. You remind me of Jack Black. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, they're both ready to go.
All right, here we go. I'm putting it. When you see my signal in the chat, begin to vote. I have just sent it through. When you see it, you're going to vote number 1 for Annabelle, and you're going to vote number 2 for Paranormal Activity 3. Jay, what do you choose?
Oh yeah, for that one. I feel like an asshole now. I feel like I'm being in one camp, but I liked it better. I like Paranormal Activity 3 better than Annabelle. I don't hate Annabelle. I thought it was kind of boring. I didn't really get scared of that. Even that glass fucking freaky doll like from Antiques Roadshow that came to life scared the fuck out of me. Like it just the way it looks, but overall that film kind of felt boring to me. It didn't feel like it lived up to what it could have been. And and dolls in general, the Chucky movies, all that shit, you can just punt that bitch if she comes in. Get out my face. Get out my face. But at least the Paranormal Activity 3, I did like that they went back in time. And dude, I think one of the coolest things they did was they used the old camera from the 80s and they put it on that oscillating fan that showed that that added such tension to the overall moments in the film when they were showing that the oscillating fan doing that shit. Like it genuinely unnerved me.
Dude,
that movie a little bit.
I think it's a no-brainer for me. I think Paranormal Activity 3 is a far fucking better film than Annabelle. I thought the first Annabelle film sucked ass. I thought it was terrible, boring as shit. Paranormal Activity 3, they introduced the cult. They introduced the cult thing to it with those old women. You remember when they go outside and he turns around and it's there's like 4 old women like looking like a cult, just
scary.
like that shit scared the fuck out of me, dude. I like Paranormal Activity 3 a lot. And like, if you dive deep into the Paranormal Activity series and you watch all those movies back to back and you really try to tie the story together, I think it's a lot better than people give it credit for story-wise. So that's why all 3 of my votes so far have gone to Paranormal Activity. It's not going to stay that way. But yeah, definitely Paranormal Activity 3 for me. Everybody stop voting now. I'll put it in the chat and let the dudes count the shit.
In Paranormal Activity 3 reminded me of like old ladies that were trying to sell me like I don't know, Samsonite briefcases or something. They fucking scared me. I like it like they had like they were trying to sell you something mundane, and then in their other pocket they had like, come to the church hall and meet your friends and your neighbors, and there are free cakes, and I make a great egg salad. Like, I don't know. You got a weird black lacy thing going on, and I don't like it. But yeah, that movie.
The fuck out of me.
And not to mention the fact that movie probably had, I think, better jump scares overall. And I fucking hate jump scares. But the way they worked them in part 3 for Paranormal Activity was way superior to Conjuring 3 or Annabelle.
Yeah.
In this instance.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like, but I also feel like Annabelle was one of those movies like they had a lot of potential to do something really cool with that, but they just wound up. I feel like they suffered the same kind of consequence that they always do with that kind of film. Like, well, we'll put a lot of heavy shit on the front end, and we'll make it a jump scary kind of movie, and then have no story really, and people will love it. People will love it. I don't know. I feel like Paranormal Activity 3 was actually thought out more.
Absolutely. I thought Annabelle was just a cash grab. And what and we'll get into that, but what Pony Smasher did with the sequel gave it life. That first movie was empty and fucking dumb. I didn't like it at all. Craig Phillips said, Mike watched The Lodge today. What a twist. I know, dude. I want to talk to people about that movie so badly, but if I say anything about it, it'll give it away. But the best thing I can say about that movie is I had to watch 3 episodes of The Office after it was over. Just like calm me down so I can go back to sleep safely. Really good.
Tomo Oegato says, Jay, would you review the Wreck movies with Mike? Did we do the Wreck movies?
No, I don't think you've ever seen them, have you?
No, I never saw Wreck.
Fuck you up, dude.
That's why I've been saving
Fuck
it.
you up the
What better time to do it now? I've already shaved my fucking head. I've lost my job. My pet's heads are falling off. Let's do it.
Vinny C, thanks, man. He says, funny story, the announcer for the Harlem Wizards called me Rick Moranis during a charity basketball game when I went for a layup. You mean the Harlem Globetrotters? That's funny as fuck that he called you Rick Moranis, though.
Cool, though, man. Yeah, it's actually because Vinny actually asked earlier, he's like, which one I'd be, Ray or Egon? But if you, I guess you'd be Egon if you called Moranis. But I love Egon. Egon's my favorite Ghostbuster. Okay, so Courtney's got the tally votes. He's got the tally ho.
Here we go.
Option 1.
Fucking don't fuck me. Don't you ever fuck me, Tony.
Oh, man. He's going to put it in and break it off with that pink dildo.
You better be lying to me right now.
I'm lying. Option 1 is 36.
Okay.
Option 2 is 1,005. No, it's 73. It's 73.
36 to 73?
Yeah.
All right.
So that feels better. That feels better on the whole.
Paranormal Activity 3 wins 36 to 73. So now it's a little bit closer of a ball game going into the second half of the show. The Conjuring 1 beat Paranormal Activity 84 to 21 in a shocking blowout. The Conjuring 2 beat Paranormal Activity 2 62 to 44, and now Paranormal Activity has got itself on the board with a win over Annabelle 36 to 73. The second highest vote total.
I feel like we're hosting Ninja Warrior.
I know. That's like when I was reading that, I was like,
I love it. It's like, can he make it over the rotating cups?
It feels so
I don't know
good.
what's going to happen for Team Red. Let's see what Team Blue's up to.
It feels good as fuck. All right, so I'm going to go right back into it. Vinny and Courtney are ready. If you guys give us the go ahead, we'll go right into the next vote. The next vote
I feel like Vinny and Courtney are like those, like they're like 5K runners, and they're out of breath, and the sweat is dripping down their fucking forehead like Shaq at the free throw line. They're like, "Give me a fucking second. Give me a second." Remember, what we do in life echoes in eternity.
Frost sometimes makes the blade stick.
Okay, well, Vinny's ready, so I'll wait for Courtney as well. I love this working together, guys.
Everybody take a drink.
Yeah, Vinny C says, no surprise there. Annabelle was horrible. Yeah, it was very good. Okay, and Courtney is ready as well.
All right, this is
my sandwich, Nick 18.
This is very interesting to me. Actually, I don't know. I have a good feeling I know this is where they go. The next vote, guys, is going to be Annabelle Creation. Annabelle 2, for all intents and purposes, versus Paranormal Activity 4. So I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to put in my words into the fucking... Where the fucking fuck did it? Fucking dick, shit, god damn it, piece of asshole. Okay, here we go. Sorry for that, everyone. All right, you're going to see it pop up in a second. When you see me pop up in the chat with the woo, you're going to start voting. Oh, no, don't vote yet. Don't vote yet. Sorry, I pressed enter. I pressed enter too soon. I fucked up. Vote. You're going to vote. When it comes up, you're going to vote number 1 for Annabelle. I'm just going to put Annabelle 2. Makes it easier. And you're going to... No, nobody vote yet, guys. That didn't count. Stop voting. Stop voting!
Time out.
Shit!
Time out.
Shit!
Red flag.
Abort, Ethan. Abort. 0400, Ethan. 0400. Abort. Now I'm not gonna put it in there until everybody stops voting. Sorry, we got that one all fucked up. I hit enter too soon. That's on me. That guy's name is my beard itches. George Jackson's here too. No, Ben, it's an issue with my shit. My shit's fucked up. Still votes coming through. I'm gonna wait till everybody stops voting. Sorry, everybody. Got to do it again. It's just it's just love.
It is what it is. It's a call. It's learning. We have to learn to move forward.
Okay. All right. Now, everybody, strike those votes from the record. All right. Starting now, when I put this in, it's going to have the woo and then the actual votes in it. Vote number 2. You're going to vote number 1 for Annabelle 2, and you're going to vote number 2 for Paranormal Activity 4. Are you ready? Here we go. Start voting now. Now the votes count. God damn it.
By the way, Mercutio80, thank you so much. He says, the only good thing about Annabelle was the BJ I got in the dumpsters behind the theater.
Yeah.
Did you yell to her, "You've made worm's meat of me"?
What was his name?
Worm's meat. Mercutio. You've made worm's meat.
I hope you stole his pants afterward, like in the Terminator.
Yeah,
where he takes
like
his
when
fucking pants.
if you got a BJ behind the fucking theater next to a dumpster, you were already going to see that movie. What'd you pick that hyena up?
It's
yeah, it sounds good.
You know the movie's bad when she'd rather blow you next to a fucking old turkey sandwich in a dumpster than in the movie theater.
You know, he was smelling that old, like, vomit, like, garbage juice that's been out in the middle of the sun for a while, and he was smelling that while he was getting the BJ. Like, it's like that fucking smell at a theme park when all a bunch of kids have vomited, like, everywhere. You could smell it. Like that pink shit they throw on the fucking hallways in high schools to cover it up. Like that sawdust pink smell.
He gets bored halfway through and starts picking through. He's like, who would throw away? I haven't played a lasagna.
Like, that's going to ruin my BJs for the rest of my life. Like, you'll just smell that forever.
Just smell old lettuce.
Yeah, he's been, God damn.
Yeah, Tommy Quinn, I love Insidious too. That's gonna be we'll have to get Insidious in on this shit at some point because I love me some Insidious movies.
Annabelle Creation versus Part 4. I'll give it to Creation.
Me too.
I feel like and I'm gonna be honest. I barely remember 4. I remember it being it did feel like a cash grab to me. It felt like a very Universal Horror Nights kind of thing. They had the Skype call, which was kind of cool when they introduced it, and all
that's the
that
one they used the Xbox.
On. Yeah, the Xbox, and they had the Skype. Yeah, all that shit. Like I thought that was kind of cool and neat, but they utilized it in such an obvious way, and they utilized it in a way that was like, I don't know. I just didn't get into it. Like I never got scared. I got kind of bored, and it just felt like an advertisement a lot for Skype and Xbox in some way, or Kinect. Yeah. It's like, oh, if I get a fucking Kinect, I can capture ghosts, bitch. And then, at least with Creation, they tried. I mean, they tried to get it back to something that was legitimately scary and showing you the actual origin story of Annabelle and how all that shit. And there were some moments in that was kind of freaky. I wasn't super scared of it, but it was better, I think, overall than Paranormal.
Yeah, man, I think that Annabelle Creation was a movie I gave 0 chances to, if not for the sole fact that David Sandberg, Pony Smash, the guy who did Lights Out, was going to be involved in it. And I thought to myself, he's an up-and-comer, he's a rising fucking director. Why would, on God's name, would he ever take that movie? But he did, and he made it way better than any Annabelle movie I thought ever had a right to fucking be.
It really was.
It wasn't the best movie ever. I haven't revisited it since, but it had good jump scares. It had some tension. It was a well-made Annabelle film, which is something that in itself is it's like Michael Jordan in his rookie year, taking the Bulls at least to the playoffs. Like, you can't take that fucking team to the championship, but he got him to the playoffs, and that's what Sandberg did with that movie. But Paranormal Activity 4 was a letdown. I remember going to see that, and the theater was packed. Everybody was excited. Everybody wanted a good time. We were hanging on the edge of our seats for something cool, and there was a couple little moments. But then at the end, when they tried to interject the witch thing, and people it just didn't land. So,
dude, that's what I was gonna say. I think that what at least in the Annabelle Creation, it's not on the same level. I'm not saying that, okay? But at least they had some kind of elements of higher storytelling or trying to highbrow it with certain things, like the barn, in the barn and shit. I felt like it was kind of dabbling in The Witch, like the movie The Witch, with the freaky kind of peripheral shit that was going on.
Surface-wise, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. In Paranormal Activity 4, I felt like they were trying to sell me a goddamn air mattress from Sears.
Yeah,
it was too clean. It felt like a fucking Macy Day Parade commercial or a Super Bowl commercial or something.
Yeah, they were really capitalizing.
And I think somebody said it right. They were like, "Oh, it felt fucking fake,"
or
it felt like
Kenny Kim said it felt forced. I think that's a well way to put it. They
all right, so
really wanted to create something, and they just couldn't.
I'm waiting on Well, I don't know if he's sending something. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to like Paranormal Activity 4, but
Yeah, we really did.
okay. Yeah, I had high hopes for it. Okay. I don't know why he sends me that fucking shit. Courtney sent me a gift with the Annabelle doll going, I don't like that. Don't do that shit. That shit scared me. Like that actually scared me, dude. I thought it was gonna be like something like doing this, and it was like fucking it was fucking anyway, okay, so option 1 from Courtney is 72. Wow. Wow. And then option 2, 31. So it kilted.
Which
71, 71, 31. Option 1, 72.
I forgot which the
option
options were. What was option 1?
I think option one was Conjuring or
Okay.
Annabelle, and then option 2 was Paranormal.
And what was the scores? Annabelle 2?
72, 31. They whooped that ass.
72
they
to
whooped
31.
That ass and then spanked it.
Still yet, only the third highest score, shockingly. So quick recap before we go to the next vote. The Conjuring beat Paranormal Activity 84 to 21. The Conjuring 2 beat Paranormal Activity 2 62 to 44. Paranormal Activity 3 started to make a comeback over top of Annabelle 36 to 73. And now Annabelle 2 has beaten Paranormal Activity 4 72 to 31.
I feel like that's only right. I feel like you sexual beings are voting correctly, but nothing against people that voted for Paranormal Activity 4, but still. I feel like that's correct.
Yeah.
I feel like that is correct.
We'll do one more and then take a break before we do the finale. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Honey cakes? Sweet
Sounds
pea?
good, baby butts.
All right. So far, the Conjuring's up 3-1, but there's enough room here for a comeback. Don't call it a comeback.
You know what? I think that somebody actually was saying earlier that they thought it was going to be a clean sweep.
I don't think
with the Conjuring universe. Like a lot of people were like, it's going to be a clean sweep.
Yeah, for me, honestly, I thought it was a really good one but I kind of veer towards Paranormal Activity a little bit. I guess that's the minority vote. But the next vote, guys, when we get into it, and I promise I'll do it right this time, when Courtney and Vinny are ready, and then we'll give everybody a break for a few minutes after this one. But the next vote's going to be Annabelle Comes Home versus Paranormal Activity, the marked ones.
Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good fucking one.
The marked ones was underrated. Like
I do. I was saying that when you took a break, I was saying that motherfucker was underrated. Like I love that one.
Yeah,
like I really did.
Annabelle Comes Home really drove home a lot of fucking jump scares.
I love that one too.
To me, it was another microcosm of the Conjuring universe where it's just like they have a formula and they just keep running the formula through the fucking through the factory, you know. And like it didn't do enough to really land with me, and I was kind of tired of seeing the same jump scares done over and over again. That being said, they did that movie in a fun way. It was like a fucking cool Walmart shirt. Like it's fucking generic as shit in a lot of ways, but it's still done well. So I didn't hate Annabelle Comes Home. I didn't love it either. Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, is a movie I think everybody thought was going to suck shit, and actually ended up being decent. So, you guys ready? And I'll put it in there.
Courtney's ready. Not Courtney. Vinny's ready. Courtney's ready. Okay.
Okay. All right. Nobody vote till you see my gigantic dick. I mean, woo. When you vote, you're going to vote number 1 for Annabelle Comes Home.
Yeah.
And you're going to vote number 2, Paranormal. It's a lot of words.
The marked ones. The marked ones.
Activity. The marked ones. Everybody ready? I've entered it into that motherfucker. You can begin voting now. Vote number 1 for Annabelle Comes Home. Vote number 2 for Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. This is going to be interesting.
You know what? It's really weird. I like the marked ones a lot. I really do. I think it was a solid attempt to make something outside of the Paranormal Activity universe.
Yeah.
And they did a pretty effective, good job. And it wasn't lauded for, what it was able to achieve. And it wasn't really promoted in the way that it probably should have been promoted. But it was still a solid film. It was still an actual good film. Yeah. And nobody really gave it a chance because it was like, oh, the marked ones, what? This shit doesn't have anything to do with it, but it kind of does. I don't know. What the fuck are you telling me here? I don't know what to believe.
It was ballsy.
Honestly, Annabelle Comes Home, I had a lot of fun with that movie, dude, because to me that felt like exciting. It felt adventurous. It had I felt like I was watching a goddamn Ghostbusters movie in a way, because they had all these different items that had all these curses, and you got to see them. They were opening up the fucking containment unit, and you got to experience all these different kind of curses and shit. And I thought that was amazing. Now, notwithstanding, none of that shit actually happened according to the Warrens. That shit was pure fantasy. I mean, you can say what you want about the other Conjurings, whether that shit was real or not, but this was pure fantasy. It was pure speculation or just pure like made up. But it was fun, man. Like the one thing I could say, and they also in the Conjuring, Annabelle Comes Home, it tied together a lot of the other ones, and it felt like Annabelle was pretty much like, and I say Ghostbusters, Gozer the Gozerian. Like she was the one that was like giving the energy to all these other cursed items and bringing them to life. And like I think you saw the wedding dress was cool. There was a couple other fucking little items that you got to see that was awesome. And I wanted to know more about them. It really felt like a I don't know. It felt like a cartoon with some horror elements. It felt like the real Ghostbusters in a way. Like I said, the Ghostbusters,
voting!
maybe they're the real Ghostbusters.
I've given the stop voting sign. That's interesting, man. The way you say that, because it was kind of a Ghostbusters containment unit feel, because they had that room down there and it had all these like fucking ghostly presences in it. But at the same time, I'm like, it's the same thing as the Annabelle doll. I'm like, okay, this thing's haunted. Don't you ever touch that fucking KFC drumstick, because one time me and your mom zapped it in a containment unit. Like it works for the Ghostbusters, but when you're talking about the Warrens, it just sounds like it's a complete hawk of shit. So it's hard for me, but. I'll say it's actually closer than I would think it would be. I would I don't know, man. Like for me,
I wanna abstain. I don't even want to fucking vote because I liked them both equally. I really did. I had fun with both of them.
I did. That's a very close vote for me. I would actually, I think, take Annabelle 3 shockingly over the marked ones. The marked ones was surprising though.
If push came to kill, I would take Annabelle over fucking. But the marked one's so fucking good though.
Yeah, for what it was expected to be. It was expected to be a chunk of shit. And I think they really put some love into that. And I thought they did some good things with it. But at that point, the franchise 5 films deep, it was just really hard to really create anything that new. And Annabelle was like, it was kind of an electric jump scare film.
Fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
But barely. I mean, I'm talking about like a fucking 0.1 percentile. I would take Annabelle. But I honestly hope Paranormal Activity wins, because I think it's underrated.
You know what? I feel like if you were like, for me anyway, I love Ghostbusters. I love the first Ghostbusters. It's amazing. It's classic. But I like Ghostbusters 2 a lot. I think it's a fucking underrated movie as well. And I never got the IMDb hate for it. I never got people not liking it. Yeah. And I feel like they're pretty close. Like I like them both really well.
Very close on those two movies. I love Ghostbusters 2. Like I thought those guys were really getting their fucking shit together at that point.
Oh man. Wow.
What happened?
This was a fucking close one. Okay, so Courtney has come back with the news from the mountaintops. Option 1, he's got 41. Option 2, he got 51.
Oh shit.
10.
Oh shit. 10. It's getting close.
Oh man. By the way, really again want to give a huge shout out to Courtney and Vinny. You guys are fucking rock stars, man. All stars. You guys will always be on our USA Dream Team, no matter what.
Couldn't do it without you.
Charles Barkley or Shaquille O'Neal want to be on it. You're on it.
Could not do it without you. We couldn't do it without you guys in the audience either. Everybody here is doing a fucking awesome job, and we really appreciate it. These are so fucking fun, dude. I look forward to doing these, like these face-offs and these votes so much, because it's so neat to get you guys involved. Because I mean, we're all the fucking same. Any you two fucking people on here could do this, and it's really cool to invite you guys and have you guys do this with us. I love it. It's
also cool that the fact that you and I and Cody would do this shit anyway
for fun.
You know, back in the day, like me and Mike and Cody used to do this shit all the fucking time. We would create shit for like 2 hours, like before we played Fight Night or Madden or something, about why this would win or that franchise would win, and we would come up with reasons. And to conclude you guys in here is fucking magical. Houdini, who? I don't care. It's fucking amazing, dude. Thank you guys so much for participating. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, Vinny, marked ones did win that one, 41-51, the marked ones win. But yeah, you're dead on, dude. Like sitting there waiting for a fight to start, or like watching the football game, doing the commercial games, we'd just be sitting around there bored, smoking cigarettes, and someone be like, dude, top 5 mob movies of all time. Go.
We do that all the time. And then
we would just talk for hours.
We get into fucking fights sometimes too. We'd be like, what about James Bond versus Jason Bourne? Who would win? And then we would have our reasons and shit. And one was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Obviously, Jason Bourne is just like a programmed machine. He's not gonna be able to fucking handle shit like James Bond. It's like, which James Bond you talking about? You talking about the Sean Connery? You talking about the Daniel Craig? You talking about the Pierce Brosnan James Bond? Who are you talking about? Yeah, man. It was always fun to put those kind of movies that we all love and grew up with, and those characters that we loved and grew up with in scenarios like that. It was kind of like the same thing that people do. Who would win, Superman versus the Hulk? And we would do that shit all the time too. Yeah. But to include this many of you guys into this, man, It's on fire.
And with our late friend Blake, rest in peace, we used to do the same thing with him. You know, we would go to the karaoke bar and sit around for hours, and we would do everything from like, what Avenger would everybody be? And it was like, well, Mike would be the Hawk because he likes to get drunk on whiskey and try to fight people. And then like, what was yours?
Yeah, well, he did two different ones. He said Hawkeye. I was like, okay. I was like, I'll fucking put it in your butt. It'll be right on target. And then he changed his mind. He was like, maybe Thor, because he's like, when you come out, you really don't know how things work. And you just kind of blunder into things, and you're not like really like savvy.
God, I love that guy.
And I was like, oh, Blake was great, dude. He's like, so you kind of just blunder into things, and you're not really savvy on like social interactions necessarily that aren't in your own little world. So I would say, I was like, oh, I mean, whatever. I was kind of going, hoping for Captain America, but okay.
He called himself. Cool, he was Tony Stark. He was Tony Stark.
He acted like he had a smart ass attitude. He kind of had the same kind of thing. Yeah.
If you guys ever go back and watch our review we did for Civil War, Marvel Civil War, Blake did that one with us. It was right towards the end there, but that was a good time. But all right, guys, we're gonna take a quick pee-pee break. Jay, you want to go first this time?
Yes, I will go first.
I will succeed this to you. And then when Jay gets back, I'll do one, and then we'll go finish this motherfucker out. JT, Blake passed away, unfortunately, a couple years ago. He had a lot of medical problems, and just kind of went downhill really fast. But CyberGhost said Terrifier 2. I don't know what that means. All right. Andrew's got to get out of here, too. See you, Andrew. Anybody, if you guys got to leave, I get it. You got to go to sleep. Do your thing on a Friday night. I get it. You can watch the replay tomorrow. We leave all these bitches up. So it's a good times to be had by all in the Pansel regions. Jay Mitch said top 10 final girls. That could be a fun one. There's a lot of final girls that go unheralded. I would like to include final guys in that as well, including Mark Patton. I think he gets shit on when it comes to the finals. Doesn't get counted in there, but I think he was a great one. Yeah, Michelle, I cuddle with Jay at night. Wouldn't be the first time. I'll hold him in my arms, and I'll tell him it's all going to be okay. I love you too, Church. I love you very much, deeply into the night. Always and forever, forever and always. It's only 7:30 in California. Your goddamn Pacific time. When I used to do, when I used to be a logistics manager, all the fucking Tesla companies and shit like that would be on Pacific time. So I got used to Pacific time a lot. But it was fun because I worked third shift. So when I came in, they left me the fuck alone, which is super nice. It was super fucking nice. I did not see the documentary with Mark Patton yet. Still Screaming, or not Still Screaming, but Scream Queen. I do want to check that out, though, for sure. Yeah, Greg, we can hang out before Scarefest. Actually, that's a lie, because we drink so much while we're there, we have to go there like an hour before it starts, or else we'll just be pieces of shit the entire time. But we can hang out like 10 to 15 minutes beforehand, and the entire time we're there. If you were even fucking talking to me, I don't even know if you were. You could have been talking to somebody in the chat. God, I hope we still have a Scarefest come October. If you guys don't know, we have a Scarefest here in Lexington, Kentucky, a huge convention, and we have a giant meetup there. Last year, we had fucking pizza together. We went to Pies and Pints. Greg and his friends were wearing rewatched movie t-shirts, so they stole our free pizza, and that's okay. I'd rather tell the story than I've ever ate the pizza. And then they offered us a piece of the pizza that they stole from us, like true fucking gentlemen. And then afterwards, we all went to karaoke and had a goddamn blasty blast. Jay sang Young MC, Bust a Move. I sang Garth Brooks. What's the fucking Garth Brooks song? Oh my god, it's the most popular Garth Brooks song. What the fuck was it? 'Cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey grows and the beer chases my blues away. I think I'm gay. Ah! Yeah, that one. It was a poor choice. I'm not good at singing that song. I should have picked something else. Hey, you red shirt fuck! I hate your guts! Hey, buddy, I love you. I'm glad you're back.
I only heard I love you. While I was taking a pee in the toilet, I was wondering, like, what do you think, dude? Do you think like the marked ones? I know we just did that vote, but the marked ones being, do you feel like it's a dark superhero origin comparable to Brightburn in some way? Not exactly the same, but almost comparable, where they both have powers and shit. Because he doesn't like I know he doesn't really have a choice on the powers that he uses, but it almost feels like a comparable origin story of a
I
supervillain.
get that a little bit, you fucking whore.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
How was your pee-pee? In the
It was
toilet.
nice.
Is it good?
It wasn't as long as I wanted it to be, but it was close.
That's what she said. Derek
Yeah.
B said they just announced Jenna Jameson for Scarefest, dude. Oh my god.
Oh
Oh my god. I'm gonna dress up.
We're gonna hang out at yesterday's all day.
The glove. Yeah, we're waiting.
We'll wait for her to come over and get that Kentucky whiskey. Let me show you where to buy it from.
Buffalo Sebsky said Terrifier is one of the more disturbing slashers. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. It was pretty fucked up. Terrifier. You know, the fucking vagina split. That fucking scares me.
I'm looking forward to Terrifier too. That guy was at Scarefest. The guy that played the clown.
Yeah. Hey, Jarvis is here. Jarvis says I'm late as fuck. What's up, guys? What's up, Jarvis? You sexual some bitch.
He's beyond sexy.
Jarvis City Supernaturals. I gotta pee.
Okay.
Take it. You take it.
Okay, ready to begin awkward round 2. Begin. Let's go. I don't know what that means, Kevin Brock. The glove was not JJ. You're probably talking to somebody else. I'm sorry. Yeah, Kenny Kemp says, don't cross the streams. You could never cross the streams. Imagine all life as you know it, stopping simultaneously and exploding at the speed of light. Okay, that's bad. That's a bad thing. We can't have that. Nick Antolia says, Jenna Jameson, I'm there. Yeah. Yeah, I really, hopefully, Scarefest keeps going. It's going to be in October. We hope that it's still, going to be available, or they're not going to cancel it. But Vinny C says, total protonic reversal. Yeah, awesome, man. Post show, total protonic reversal. You can't have that. Furball says, hey, Loomis, do you Michael? Nobody Michaels unless they, value themselves. Why would you Michael? What the hell is that? Michael. Is that like a cologne? You got a show like, I like to Michael today. I'm gonna go kill somebody. Good job. Stupid. Mercutio80 says, Jay, how's the Michelob? Well, sir, this is the Capri Sun version. I don't drink Michelob Ultra. I don't drink adult beverages because, like Mike had said earlier in the stream, it's addictive, and I just don't want to get addicted. No, it's great. It's really good. It's my favorite beer of all time, and I will continue drinking it to the end of days. That will happen. You guys, hold on. This is good. Paul Herman says, Daredevil or Punisher? Which incarnation, my sir? Which incarnation? Are you talking about the Daredevil with Ben Affleck versus the Thomas Jane or Dolph Lundgren Punisher? Are you talking about the Daredevil Netflix series versus the Punisher Netflix series? So Zoe Hools, I'm sorry if I'm getting your name wrong. It Chapter 1 or 2. I personally prefer It Chapter 1. I like Chapter 2 a lot, but I felt like Chapter 1 had more of the chemistry down better. I felt like the focus on the kids and then the 80s thing and all that stuff that was going on. I felt like it was a very it was a more involving story, and I actually liked what was going on more, or I paid attention more, versus the second one where it wasn't bad or by any stretch of the imagination, but I just didn't feel like it was as good as it could have been. Plus, also, there was a lot of CG shit going on in that, where a lot of scenes that Bill Skarsgård had wasn't even on set, or it wasn't even in the same vicinity as the actors. So I feel like that kind of took away from the overall performance of the film. Michelle Marin says, Jay, Mike likes to cuddle with you at night. Of course we do. We have bunk beds, and sometimes we get scared during thunderstorms, and Mike and I will cuddle together, and we'll be thunder buddies. Fuck you, thunder. Paul Herman says, Netflix series for both. Okay, so if you're going to go that route, I would say Bernthal killed it. I think John Bernthal as Punisher I would pick better. I would pick over Daredevil. I would. I loved Daredevil. I thought it was great. I thought they did an amazing job with the casting, and I thought he was awesome. But I just feel like overall, John Bernthal really embodied that. Like he took his Shane character from fucking Walking Dead, and like blew it up to massive proportions. But he wasn't an asshole, I guess. But he was still badass. John Bernthal fucking killed that, and it really was a shame that they didn't renew for another season. Buffalo Bobskis, thank you so much. He says, "Do you and Michael do the Thorazine shuffle?" What do you mean? What's that mean? Thorazine shuffle? It's like when you inject and he goes all loopty. Yes, I guess we do that. And I'm in the corner cheering that Michael will finally die and his heart will explode. Because I overload that shit all the time. But Michael doesn't die. Thank you so much, Josh Weaver. Thank you so much. This is good. I can't say your Gillespie. Ever seen Flowers in the Attic? Yes, I have. And that's a fucked up movie. I think you're talking about the one in the 80s or 90s. That one's fucked up. There's like brother and sister love, and there's poison powdered sugar, and the kids look like powder from the movie Powder. It's awful. It's weird. It makes you feel weird. But yeah, I have seen it. Danny James says, every time I take a dump, I think of Jay's ex-wife. Thank you. I do too. Absolutely. Every time I fart and I know that it's like a stinky one, I'm like, oh, that's her scent. She's around. It's a spirit. Let's see. Michelle Marin, I'm sorry. Do you know what a dank meme is? Yes, I actually have. I watched I love dank memes, actually. I've seen a few of them. I watched... it's not Tyrone Magnus. It's another one. He's a good reactor, but he puts a lot of the dank memes on his channel that he reacts to, and I like it a lot. So yeah, I love dank memes. Bye, Shide Garcia. Shide, you always leave. Why do you always leave, Shide Garcia?
Where you go, motherfucker? Get the fuck back here. What are you doing?
I'm so sorry. I hope to God that I was answering your questions. I just now realized when Mike came back with a booming Marlo Brando voice from Superman the movie. I thought if my mic was off the entire time, I'm sorry. I don't think it was.
I don't see any chats about it. Did you answer Buffalo Sapskis?
Yeah, I answered the super chats that came up.
Okay, and thanks, Josh Weaver. Appreciate that, man. All right, guys. Oh yeah, JT Custom says Jay's mic is off. I do see that. It's back in now. I'm back inside.
Back in. Oh my God, it's in. Oh my God, it's in.
Oh my That's God, my thigh, dick.
Oh shit.
Has anybody ever been there?
Adjust yourself.
That's for you, big dog. That's for you, big guy.
What?
Oh.
Come on down. That's Mike's nickname for my wiener.
Bushwalda, thanks, man. He said, I took karate lessons from Busta Rhymes. Does this mean I could beat Michael Myers one-on-one? Yup.
You goddamn try. Get your neck snapped in place like a wishbone.
In that fucking movie, you can.
It's true.
Dude, I was
you know what Busta Rhymes had? I think that Busta Rhymes in that movie had a game genie in the back pocket. He had a game genie that he put cheat codes in, and that's the only reason why he fucking had invincibility.
Dude,
that son of a bitch.
I was drunk last night and sitting in front of the mirror, and I was trying to make my hair look like Keanu Reeves in Point Break. So I was like,
amazing.
I was like, wait, what? I couldn't get it there. It's not that far away.
You look like a guy that I'm trying to get a fucking hat from, like on the boardwalk in Jersey. Hey, dude, by the way, I haven't seen that in forever, in a moon. You like Point Break original or the remake of Point Break?
Oh my God, the remake is goddamn garbage juice. It's not even a question.
Yeah, you know what? I got to go back and revisit that one. You think that? Where would you rank that on Keanu on a Keanu movie list? Point Break.
It's got to be near the top 5, absolutely. But Keanu's been in a lot of shit
maybe in the top 5, yeah.
All right, guys. Who's ready to get into this bitch?
Buffalo, well, I got Buffalo Skibitsky says, "Bust the nuts." He did. He did.
All right, Michelle. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay to be late. You're here. I like it. All right. If
yeah,
Courtney and Vinny
Come
are
on,
ready.
Courtney.
We'll go with the next
Come on,
motherfucker.
Vinny.
Josh Weaver, thanks, man. He says, love hanging out with you guys during the streams. Did you guys see Paranormal Activity Tokyo Nights? I screwed up my last super chat. Haha, all good.
That sounds awful.
Is that a real thing?
I didn't know that was real. That sounds like some shit like Tokyo Drift. Like all the fucking ghosts are like drifting and like they're racing cars and Vin Diesel shows up.
I go clubbing every night. New York, LA, Tokyo.
No, I never saw that. Is it good? I don't know. Okay, Vinny says he's ready. I'm waiting on Courtney to confirms.
All right, the next vote, when they do it, I'll put it in there. I'll put it inside you. Get inside you.
Yeah,
the next vote is going to be, we already went through the Annabelles. We're reaching towards the end. We're reaching around. The next vote is going to be The Nun versus Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. In my opinion, both shitty-ass movies.
Yeah, they're not good at either one.
In my opinion, both shitty-ass movies.
By the way, they're both ready.
Okay, so here we go, everybody. Get ready to vote. When I put the chat in,
Jim Peterson says, "Sexy hair, winky face emoji." She did like this. Is how it is. It's like if you're in a bar and somebody goes, "Sexy hair."
I
wish I had it. I lost it because I was stupid.
I lost it in a knife fight in Texas.
It's growing back slowly but surely, like the giants crawl from the deep.
All right, I'm putting it in now. Can you feel it? It's in there. Start voting. Vote number 1 for The Nun, and vote number 2 for Paranormal Activity: Ghost Dimension. Take this fucking light off my face now. Get it in!
All right, so overall on this one, they're both turd sandwiches. They both smell of desperation, depression, and I just really don't want to be a part of this relationship kind of thing.
Mother.
Yeah, you look like the guy that I would go to for advice from. You look like that. You look like a guy that's gonna pop up in Scream 5 and die in 20 seconds.
Tell your children not to walk my way.
It's like a rhinestone cowboy. No, I would say honestly, dude. Dude, they both suck balls.
Yeah,
I would say Nun. I'd probably pick the Nun either way.
I'd have to pick the Nun. I would go Nun, dude. I would go Nun because it's fucking Ghost of Me. I didn't even understand it. I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
But they went so fucking weird. They went Poltergeist 3 had sex with a Ghostbusters ecto unit and then shit on a fucking Exorcist bike. Like I was like, you guys are all over the fucking place. It felt like Zack Snyder, Joss Whedon, and Richard Donner all got involved in a project. Like it felt awful. Like nothing was right and everything was pulled in different directions. I got what they were going for and there were some cool moments in it.
Yeah.
But it's like they never could capitalize on what they were actually trying to film.
Yeah.
Like I know what they were going for, but like it was so CG. It was so fucking beyond like the Toby thing and then they were trying to go back in time. And then we had fucking Marty McFly and Doc saying, "Well, we don't need roads."
Yeah,
like, it was fucking weird.
Well, dude, nothing happened. Nothing fucking happened in the Ghost Dimension. Like nothing ever fucking happened.
A hole in the wall. Like, hey, plaster's not going to cover that up. We're gonna have to have something more than caulk.
It's fucking terrible, dude.
But at least in The Nun, they tried to do a backstory for her that showed up in Conjuring 2. They at least tried to show a little bit more of her. It was still a terrible movie. And I was surprised, dude. That was one of the movies I had like. I was like,
The Nun could have been fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like when I was going to the theater, like I had an asthma attack, and I don't even have asthma. That shit came out of nowhere. But I thought I was gonna be fucked, and then I was like, oh my god. When you got in there, like that was it. If I wanted a kiss, I would have called your mother.
It was like National Treasure for fucking Disney kids. Like it was just not good at all. All right, the voting looks like it's easing up, so I'm gonna put in the stop vote on it, and that way Vinny and Courtney can go ahead and start to count it up.
Okay, Shide Garcia, thank God, bless you for sticking around. He says, Jay and Mike, can you please say hi to Aaliyah? Hello, Aaliyah.
Hi, Aaliyah, from the mountaintop of love.
Hi, blind man. He says, hi, Nick and Jay. He calls
Nick. My friends call me Nick.
Yeah, you could be Nick. I could see you'd be like Nick Stahl.
I'm Nick.
That'd be so weird.
I'm all know that.
That's all right, dude. I've been called James, Jamie. I've been called Jerry. It's like, hey, I really like that guy, Nick and Jerry. They're fucking great.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, no. Did you? Oh yeah. Well, his name is Blind Man, and he called us Nick and Jay, so it makes sense.
That's cool. What's up,
He
fan
doesn't know.
films? Like a rhinestone cowboy.
That's amazing how that song gets stuck in your mind.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like the Batman song. It's like black and white, red and green. I just watched that the other day.
It's a great movie, man.
Batman 89 versus Batman Begins.
It's fucking amazing.
Which one would you take? 89 Batman.
89.
Yeah, I would.
It's my favorite Batman.
Favorite
Batman movie.
I love Batman Begins, but it's not even close.
Nothing. Michelle Marin says, Mike, are you the man behind Slaughter? Do you know what that means, Jay?
What is it?
Michelle Marin asked if I was the man behind Slaughter. Is that a wrestling reference?
That sounds scary.
Like fucking.
No, I don't know.
We're gonna go to Cabbage Pistols!
Behind Sergeant Slaughter? What does that mean? Are you the man behind Slaughterhouse?
Sugar water.
All right, so we got the vote. Oh man, this is done.
All right, what is it?
Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Okay, so Courtney says, and with Vinny's help, thank you guys so much. He says option 1, 55. 55.
55 for
option 1.
What was option?
I think that's Conjuring.
What was the Conjuring? I forgot already.
The
Nun.
The Nun, yeah.
55 to okay.
Option 2, Paranormal Activity. 26.
I get that.
Dead.
I would pick the Nun too.
You sank my battleship.
The Nun wins.
With your hair like that, dude, like I really want to bring my taxes to you so we can do like H&H Greg stuff. Not H&H, whatever that is.
H&H butt stuff.
Yeah, we'll do butt stuff too.
H&H shuffle stuff.
That's all I know how to pay in. I can't pay in money. It's not broke.
I can't get it to
I'll do butt sex for you.
I'll just be like, this next song's called "I Hate My Father."
Oh my god, dude! You know what you're reminding me of right now? You're reminding me.
The butter's ready.
You remind me of the fourth brother that's still mad that they're not in Oasis.
Right. I can't fuck with my.
There you go.
Quarantine's been hard on all of us, and our.
What's that? But by the way, Michelle, you're saying Mike's behind Slaughter. What did he do? We don't know this new information.
What did you do? All right, if Courtney and Vinny are ready, we will go into. We are 2 away. This is the last one.
Oh yeah, I didn't think we had much left.
This is the last one, so let's recap really fast where we are in the darkest of dimensions. I think The Conjuring's going to win this one, but let's see. On the first vote, The Conjuring versus Paranormal Activity, the Conjuring won 84-21. And the second vote, The Conjuring 2 versus Paranormal Activity 2, The Conjuring 2 won 62-44. Paranormal Activity 3 beat Annabelle 73-36, giving it its first win. Annabelle 2 versus Paranormal Activity 4. Annabelle 2 won 72-31. So at this point, it's 4-1. Paranormal Activity starts to make a comeback with the next one as Paranormal Activity 5 beat Annabelle 3, and it's kind of a surprise. So the vote is now 4-2. I think that means that The Conjuring's going to win overall no matter what happens next, especially with the latest news that The Nun defeated Ghost Dimension 55-26. So The Conjuring has won. So a little bit surprisingly to me. A lot of people thought The Conjuring would win, but I thought it would be closer.
I didn't think it was going to be a clean sweep. I thought it'd be closer, but you know.
So,
by the way, Greg Harris says H.H. Greg reference. Yes, H.H. Greg is what I'm talking about.
I worked there.
I know. So yeah, I don't know how I got that fucking confused with H&H Live. But
I worked at H&H Greg as a warehouse employee, and we had some fun fucking times. Some wild shit we did in that fucking warehouse.
By the way, Marco Villatoro, thank you so much. He says, Mike and Jay, you think Village of the Damned would make it in 2020 if it was made into a remake? Personally, I like the movie. I mean, probably. I mean, especially if you played off the coronavirus that's going around and had something to do with that. Like maybe, I don't know. It'd be an interesting one.
Katie and I did a commentary of that not that long ago, and it was the first time I ever really paid attention to it. It was the Christopher Reeve
Oh yeah.
film that came out a while back, and I thought the premise was cool as fuck, where everybody just passes out in the field and wakes up pregnant. like how fucking wild is that shit? And then the kids are all blonde. The premise is actually like
R. Kelly was
super.
running around.
The kids are all blonde and evil as fuck. I think it's like it was a really really scary premise, and I just
Yeah.
don't think they did anything good with it. So yeah, I would actually say that movie to me would fit for a remake, because if you told the story right, you could make it creepy.
You know
For
what's
sure.
weird is that I think we talked about that before. I always got that one and Tommy Knockers confused.
Me too. Yeah, I
Like
get
I
that.
swear those both in life. By the way, so Vinny C and Courtney both have said they're ready
Mm-hmm.
for the next and
All right.
final vote.
This next vote's a little bit fucked up because there is one more Conjuring film than there is Paranormal Activity. So I tried to match them up the best I could, to make it a really competitive matchup. The next Conjuring film that we have to vote on is going to be The Curse of La Llorona. La Llorona.
Corona.
And the only movie I thought that would really fit with that, as a good matchup, would be Paranormal Activity 5, Paranormal Activity 5, The Marked Ones. So the last vote is going to be The Curse of La Llorona versus Paranormal Activity 5, The Marked Ones. I think this is going to be interesting to see.
The marked ones?
Yeah. Curse of La Llorona
So we're
versus
gonna
The Marked
we're
Ones.
gonna have the marked ones throw in there again.
Yeah, because there's one
Yeah.
more Conjuring movie than there is Paranormal Activity movie. So even though they're working on the 7th Paranormal Activity.
By the way, so I didn't know this. Thank you for letting us know, Vinny. He says, don't know if you guys know this, but he said the last film that Christopher Reeves did before his paralysis was where he played a quadriplegic cop.
well, that's fucking
That's
wild.
fucked up. That's crazy, man. I didn't know that. I loved him in Superman, dude. We actually, I just watched that not long ago. Henry Cavill is without a doubt the 21st century's version of Superman, but Christopher Reeve is forever like the classic version of Superman forever.
Yeah, I love his shit. I do. All right, I'm
So
clicking go on it now. So when you see it in the chat, when you see my woo in the chat, you can start to vote. And when you see that, you're going to vote number 1 for the Clark of fucking dicks. You're going to vote number 1 for The Curse of La Llorona and number 2 for Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones. Just to give everybody their fair.
No, guys, calm down. Wait, we've not said it yet.
No, it's in there. It's in there.
Oh, you already did?
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Go ahead. All right. Oh yeah, I see. You got like a yellow highlighter on your we watched movie thing.
Wanna fuck?
So the marked ones versus
Wanna fuck?
yeah. You want me behind the Dairy Queen?
Wanna fuck?
I'll see you at 8:30 p.m. on the dot.
Wanna fuck?
That sounds like it sounds like one of those 80s like hair bands that were trying to come back and screaming at a Holiday Inn breakfast. What was the vote though? Marked ones versus Conjuring.
No, yeah, The Curse of La Llorona versus Paranormal Activity 5, the Marked Ones.
It's easy for me. It's Marked ones. Like Marked ones kills it. I thought Llorona was such a letdown. I really did, and that actually they did a great job selling that trailer. They did a really good job, like promoting it to be something that it was actually going to be something like, I don't know, actually terrifying, and it never really played out. Like I got bored at some point in the theater, and I never got into it. I never got into that movie.
Yeah, it started heavy. It started heavy. They had the kids dying and shit in the beginning of it, so I thought, okay, maybe we're gonna get some sinister type vibes here, but yeah, it ended up again. One thing I hate about the Conjuring franchise, is that it's become this fucking sterile goddamn factory produced jump scare here, bring in this character here. It's all become so fucking factory produced, and people fucking pile in the theaters for it, and they love it. The jump scares, all that shit. They're great Friday night audience films, but I'm over the fucking formula, man. I want to see new shit. I want to see them push shit. It's like the Conjuring universe to me has become the Marvel of, and I love Marvel, again, the Endgame, all that shit. Endgame's one of the greatest movie theater experiences I've ever had, but the Conjuring's like the weaker versions of the Marvel universe to me at this point, and I don't not that into it.
I feel like in Paranormal Activity they had a chance to do something really unique and different with Marked ones, and they never capitalized on it. Instead, they made the Ghost Dimension. And before that, they had made Paranormal Activity 4, which was a cash grab as a fuck. I feel like The Conjuring, at least, I don't know, because now we're going to get Conjuring 3 coming out. which will, I'm sure, be amazing. I'm sure, like, that'll probably, the last hurrah of the main cast of the Conjuring films. As far as like, I never expected, honestly, but it is cool to know that there are so many different stories to tell within the Warrens' history of capturing or collecting cursed items. That that there's gonna be movies coming out, and I think that if they get the right director for each film, you can get something really unique and cool. I feel like Paranormal Activity. I just feel like it's run its course. I feel
Well,
like I think the marked ones would have been different. I think that if they'd gone with the marked ones, what they were trying to do, instead of going back to Ghost Dimension, which pretty much wrapped up the whole fucking series, I feel like they could have gone and done something different. I feel like, I mean, it's over now. Like I don't know where. I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, I think now that they've had a break, now that there's been a break for a few years and they were going to be done, I think I actually have kind of decent hopes for Paranormal Activity fucking 7. Paranormal Activity 7. I have high hopes for it because I think that they had a little bit of a break for a while and they could come back, replenish, and they could use today's technology to maybe do a new spin on it. It's probably unlikely, but I think they could make a really good Paranormal Activity 7. And that's a fun question. Is which
would you be into a Paranormal Activity remake?
no,
I wouldn't either. Not
no,
even close. But
no point.
honestly, if they were asking if you were creative control at Paranormal Activity, like, okay, we got to do something different here. We got to figure out what to do. The first fucking thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to move away from the Katie character. I'm going to move away from the other stuff that was going on and try to rebuild it. And I would even use Toby. I would keep the name Paranormal Activity and kind of link it a little bit to the other series, but make it its own thing.
Yeah,
Because at this point, like I feel like it's run its course. Like again, and I swear to God, I don't know where the studio, uh, like who didn't pay their parking ticket and they had to run out and like abandon the script they were writing. But in Ghost Dimension, like it was like you guys are trying to kill your own fucking series. Like you write this shit and it's like if you do this, it's a death knell.
they
Like
had
it's fucking
no
the
idea.
tombstone from Undertaker.
They didn't know what
Like
the
you're
fuck they
fucking
were.
dead.
They didn't know what the fuck they were doing, dude. I don't think they knew the story. I don't think they knew where to end it. I think that we got to make a movie. Let's fucking throw a movie out there. Let's slap that shit on, spread it on,
Spread
and
it
they
on.
threw that shit out there and they called it the end of the series, and it was goddamn embarrassing.
Yeah.
But I think that with the seventh one, I don't think you remake it because I think if you try to remake the first film again, like it's just gonna be fucking dull as shit. I think you start the series over again, but you just call it Paranormal Activity, the whatever fuck, and you start a brand new story, and then you try to breathe some fresh life into it. But look, what do you think, Jay? Who do you think has a brighter future, Paranormal Activity or The Conjuring?
I gotta be honest, and I'm a fan of Paranormal Activity. I really do like it. I think the marked ones specifically was a really good film. I gotta say, Conjuring probably has more of a chance to really shine and grow and become something more. Just because, and the reason why I'm going to say this is because I feel like it, the Annabelle Comes Home film showcased so many different types of haunting or icons or not icons. I'm sorry, pieces that were haunted that you could take each one and make a movie out of it. And I feel like they did that on purpose. I feel like they're like basically saying like, hey, there's so many stories here that we can do this for a while.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's all going to tie together. And I also feel like like the Conjuring universe itself, Conjuring 3 coming out is also going to bolster it and make it even more desirable for a lot of maybe up and coming directors to hop
Yeah.
on board versus Paranormal Activity, which again, nothing wrong with people that like Paranormal Activity, but I feel like Paranormal Activity as a series is kind of dead in the water. I feel like it's a Final Destination thing at this point. I feel like a lot of people are jumping on board because they just, I don't know, it's a recognizable name. And
Yeah.
like Final Destination, you go to the theater and watch it just like Saw in a way because you want to see the next fucking cool kill. They go to Paranormal Activity because it's a quick, easy thing to go watch, and there's no real story in it.
Yeah. I see
It's
what
just
you're
kind of
saying.
the same, kind of rehashed.
I see
But
what you're
anyway,
saying. I do think though that The Conjuring, it's at that point. It's right at that point where I think, even though I've been sick of the formula for a while, I think the community is close to getting sick of the formula. I
maybe,
think
yeah.
even the general audience member is going to get close to getting sick of the formula at some point soon after a movie or two. And I do think that if they come out with just a generic Paranormal Activity, it's dead in the water. It's gone forever. But I do think Paranormal Activity at this point has a higher ceiling to me. If they come out with Paranormal Activity 7 and they really breathe new life into it, and they do some cool shit with it, then it could really reinvigorate the franchise and it can start anew where the Conjuring franchise is kind of plateaued. I just think there's a higher ceiling for Paranormal Activity, but if I was a betting man, I'd say you're probably right. I think the bets would probably go towards the Conjuring for doing better in the future.
Like honestly, I'm a cheerleader for both. I don't think it serves either one of us or anybody that's a fan of one or the other if one of them disappears. I want to see both. I would like to see them both keep going, but I feel like Paranormal Activity has kind of fucked themselves the same way that Poltergeist did. Poltergeist fucked themselves with the third act, and then they really killed themselves with the remake. That fucking remake was terrible, and nobody bought it. When you go PG-13, and it was just a terrible fucking movie overall. And you had a great cast, but you didn't do anything with it. The Conjuring. The reason why I say that it can maybe go to higher levels or it can actually sustain itself is because they introduced so many different stories with those artifacts that was introduced in Annabelle Comes Home that you could take each one and maybe a cool director could take that story and maybe do something with it, give it a little backstory, flesh it out. I don't know. Either way, I like I said, I'm a cheerleader for both.
I think I'm honestly I'm not a cheerleader for the Conjuring. I'm kind of over it. Like I'm kind of just done with it. But at the same time, I am excited for the Conjuring 3 because the devil made me do it. The whole Amityville thing.
That's cool. Yeah.
I'm excited for that one. But beyond that, the spinoffs, I'm done with fucking Annabelle. The Nun. Maybe the sequel will be better than the original if they do it. But I don't know.
Well,
do we have
we have a okay. Yeah. Final. Okay. So Dead to Rights. Option 1, which was a Conjuring film, is at 15.
15?
And 15.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's bad. And then option 2, can I get a Juggernaut boot to Magneto's lair? 56.
Damn.
Done, son. Which I'm glad that the marked ones get some love.
A lot of love.
It really, it's a great film. It's very underrated. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys in the chat, do yourself a favor. Go rent it. It's worth the rent. It's actually pretty good. There's some good jump scares in it, and it's actually a really good told story that's wound up tight. And that's the one thing about it that I actually like. It's kind of like when we watched. And again, I mean, me and Mike were fucking stupid because we didn't know. But The Raid, I didn't think it was going to be that good. You know, The Raid. When we first watched The Raid back in the day, a long time ago, The Raid. Was it? Yeah, it was the. I think it was called The Raid. It was Spanish subtitled.
Oh, the action movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was dope as fuck.
Not the spray.
Yeah.
It doesn't kill wasps.
Yeah, The Raid was dope as shit.
The Raid. We watched that, and I wasn't going into it thinking it was going to be shit. And then after watching, I was like, God damn. Yeah. That was fucking beautifully well done. Choreographed, amazing, great action sequences. Why isn't that guy doing more action in mainstream Hollywood movies? But yeah, it's kind of like that. So do yourself a favor and check out the marked ones. No, it's not on that level. Like, I don't want to oversell it.
Oh God,
there's problems with it, but it's still fun. Yeah. It's a fun fucking movie.
Yeah, I agree, man. And okay, and yeah, Michelle, I've done movie reviews with my big kid before. We reviewed like the Guardians of the Galaxy. We have a channel called The Dad Signal where we do some fun stuff on sometimes. But no, so okay, guys, the final tally is. The Conjuring won the first one. The Conjuring won the second one. Paranormal Activity 3 beat Annabelle. Annabelle 2 beat Paranormal Activity 4. The marked ones beat Annabelle 3. The Nun beat the shit out of the Ghost Dimension. And Paranormal Activity 5, the marked ones, in its second win of the day, which Paranormal Activity 5 is the real winner of this whole fucking thing, beat the unholy shit fuck out of the Curse of La Llorona, 56-15. But ultimately, the Conjuring series wins with 1, 2, 3, 4 wins out of 7. So it was actually, like, for those people who thought it was going to be a Conjuring sweep, the Conjuring won 4, Paranormal Activity won 3. As with these votes, as they usually do, it was closer than thought, but Paranormal Activity has lost to the Conjuring universe 4-3.
But it wasn't a clean sweep.
No.
And I think that's really important to look at, is the fact that there's a lot of love for Paranormal Activity. I feel like Paranormal Activity has run its course, but that's my personal opinion, but a lot of you guys don't. And you guys turned up. Which, again, this is what this is about. Like, it's your guys' list. You guys are voting on it. It's your guys' fucking, like, you're in game with these franchises versus each other.
Yeah.
So,
And it's
but
fucking
again,
fun that way.
and as far as again, I cannot reiterate how good Marked Ones is. Like, you got to check it out. Like, it really is worth your time. Again, I think we reviewed it once, but it's still one of those movies that it just gets overlooked every fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna watch, if you're on a spree to watch all the Paranormal, you're gonna watch Paranormal Activity 1, 2, 3, 4, Ghost Dimension, and then the Mark Ones. Like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
But it works so well.
Yeah, you definitely should check it out for sure. Guys, this was fun as fuck. I had a great goddamn time. A huge fucking round of applause for Vinny and Courtney and all of you guys who made these lists fucking happen. They're so fucking fun. And next week, we'll give the people what they want. Next Friday night, we will do Nightmare on Elm Street versus Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
Gonna be interesting. We just needed a slasher break for a week. But next Friday, Nightmare versus Friday, baby. It's going to be good as fuck.
There will be blood, and Daniel Day-Lewis will do the narration.
I drink your milkshake!
No, that movie is fucking great. Oh, my God.
Yeah, man.
There will be blood.
Yeah. Closing time, everybody. We fucking love you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight and all these live streams. Starting maybe next week or soon there afterwards. We'll get back into doing a little bit of videos from home as well. We got some scripts and shit, some really fun stuff to do. Really stuff you guys can look forward to coming up is Monday is going to be a fucking show you don't want to miss.
Oh, that's
by the way,
fun, man. It's gonna be really fun.
And by the way, tomorrow night is the Patreon only live stream. The top 2 tiers of our Patreon, every month we get together with them. We listen to music. We fucking hang out. We let you guys pick the songs you want to listen to. We have a goddamn blasty bass together, and I look forward to them every single month. That's going on tomorrow night. So Patreons, look forward to that. And if you guys want to get on the Patreons, patreon.com/WeWatchedAMovie.
Hold on one second. Buffalo, thank you so much. Buffalo, I'm not going to say your whole name, dude. I'm just going to call you Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill says, is this in bracket format? No, it's not. But you could put it, but we haven't thought that out. Like, Halloween is like the reigning champion right now, but maybe eventually we'll do a bracket system.
Yeah,
but
we can revisit
next Friday night, man. Friday the 13th versus Halloween, or Friday the 13th versus the Nightmare films. It's going to be amazing.
And then, so we have the Patreon live stream tomorrow night. Sunday, we're going to take the day. And then Monday, Memorial Day, Monday night, we have special guest Michael Trapson is going to join us on the channel. And we're going to read excerpts live. We're going to do a script reading of the best parts of the script from Rob Zombie's Halloween. With Jay being Loomis, Michael Trapson with his amazing techniques and voice capabilities. And we're going to do some fun-ass shit. Like, I already talked to Mike about it. We're going to have one scene where we have him do Ronnie from Rob Zombie's Halloween, but doing the Michael Jackson voice as Ronnie.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be good.
Can you imagine? Take that damn mask off.
Shabon Michelle. Shabon Michelle.
It's going to be fucking wild. We're going to have Jay doing the Loomis thing. We're going to pick the best parts, and I'm going to do it this weekend. I'm going to spend some time breaking apart that script and picking the best parts of it. And it'll be me, Jay, and Mike Trapson going through Rob Zombie's Halloween script and doing a table read of the best parts. It's going to be fucking fun as shit. I can't wait, man. So tell your friends, tell your wives, tell your mom.
Lock up everybody. They repping everybody out here.
Yeah. But we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Butt.
It's going to be fucking amazing. And you guys are fucking the shit. Thanks for spending your Friday night with us. Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Garth.
And get some goddamn whale opinion.